everybody. Welcome back to another awesome episode of From Her Point of View Talk Show with the girls Lizzie got us. Brought to you by Isaidit Management, and I'm the Asian Marie. What's up, guys? Bell, and if you would love to be a guest on our show, at EOL.com. I'd love for you to follow me everywhere and go ahead and follow me on all the platforms by typing in Lily the Goddess and have some fun. And you can find me at the Asian Marie. That's DeaJaMarie. Today we want to welcome these beautiful, fantastic queens. We're gonna start with this one right here. Go ahead, girl.
Hey y'all, it's Jazzy No Nonsense the Poet. You can Google me at Jazzy No Nonsense the Poet. WHPR TV 33 on demand filmmaker from Detroit, Michigan.
Hi, I'm Kia Lucas from That Cast News, and you can look on IMDb. I'm an actress.
Hi, my name is AB. I do AB's Liquor Pickle. You can find me on Facebook at ABAB Williams. Hey, it's your girl Vita. I am a radio host on 106.3 FM, also on 102.3 Rejoice, intellectualradio.com, iHeart Station, and you can follow me on Vita Ivy on Facebook and Brown Sugar 19358 on Instagram because I'm just that sweet.
Damn.
We're gonna get it kicked off with this very serious subject. We always start with fire. Okay, are you ready? No, you're not. All right, let's talk about these divorces. Why are there so many? But why?
Social media.
Right?
I would say
People not ready. They not ready.
they rush into it. I feel like a lot of times, or it's for a show and for the fun of
Amen.
it, because I have to have the ring, but then you're not really ready
I
for
think a
what
lot of
comes
people
with that.
are getting married for the show because I was thinking like a lot of people have. I don't want to put nobody on blast. They have these elaborate baby showers, spending $20,000 on a baby shower because they're not getting married anymore. So now we're gonna have this elaborate baby shower like I'm getting married. It's weird to me, but yeah.
I think people are not really being honest with marriage now. I think they just show the happy part and the Valentine's Day and they don't and to be honest, divorce is big money.
Yeah.
If you notice they never ever show happy marriage, but they always show divorce.
Right.
That's society. They don't care about it. So we need to learn how to care about each other and teach each other what marriage is about. And then there's a lot of home. People don't know what a real happy and healthy relationship look like. It's a lot with that's going on with divorce. People really don't know the real meaning of marriage.
Right.
That's what I wanted to say because it's roles you play as a man and a woman. I'm a God-fearing woman, so I'm gonna take it back there. You got to know your role as a man. You got to know your role as a woman. And then when you get those roles mixed up, you're gonna have anarchy. You're gonna have anarchy. You got to play the role. And my mate, he is a what role? I mean, like, it's a role. You have to do this, that. We have jobs in this thing.
Right.
And if you don't do your job right, like when you go to work, you get fired.
And I think a lot of people involve other people in their relationship. Their relationship is you and that person. Simple.
Yeah.
And then they run on Facebook.
Oh.
Oh.
Facebook. All my men did is that's between you and your man, you and your husband. Stop putting everybody up in your situation. They don't want to run to their friends. Girl, he did this or they did. Don't do that because you don't know if she probably want to have sex and show you. Like, don't do that. Y'all be doing too much just to be within that household.
Yes.
And that's what does it. It shows you that little bit of like you have that break right there. Like if I can get in by telling her this, oh well, what can I do next? Or
Right.
and then it's just that constant push and pull, and then
It's infiltration. When you let people know your weakness,
yep,
they can
all the back
infiltrate.
and forth.
Yep.
So that man can infiltrate, that woman can infiltrate. If they know you in this moment of weakness, you go to social media because it be a moment of weakness, of venting.
Yeah.
And you go there and you put all your information on social media And now everybody, so whoever was looking at you wanted you, now they get an inbox. Hey girl, hey guy.
They
You
found
know,
a loophole. They
you know
found
what I'm
somebody to
saying?
grab. I'm like, oh.
You know, so now it's like, oh, now you in this moment of weakness. Let me listen to this. Let me maybe I need to hear something nice right now. Maybe I need somebody to pump on my ego right now. And then I can go on to other things to yourself. Until you're ready to leave. When you're ready to leave, tell it up.
Right. I think a lot of people lack patience in relationship and especially like wanting to do something that's long term because you're making these vows to be together forever and then you're breaking the vows. And a lot of the issues are lack of patience and communication.
Yes,
And the spice and all that from the beginning, that dies down. So you're responsible for keeping that up. You have to still date, you have to still have private time, especially when you start having children. Things change, so you have to adapt, but still put yourselves first.
Yeah.
It's a new transition. It's a new transition. Children come into the picture. Now, some things have changed. And people always think it's like the end of the world, like their love, the romance is lost. No, it's not. You just have to fit the Vegas in there too. It would work.
Right.
A lot of people do it, so
I believe marriage is an awesome thing. This is a great partnership, and I don't know why society has gotten so far away from marriage because marriage creates a family. Marriage, you got somebody that got your back on 1,000. Because one thing when you look at a mate, you got to say to yourself, if I go down, I mean literally go down. I'm incapacitated. I'm sick. I got cancer. Are you really? That's what stuff really, really counts. If you can say to yourself, I can wipe his butt.
Right.
I can clean his toes. I'll do that. I'll wait. This is one family that's on Instagram. I think they call it the Terrence Horn, something like that. And his wife had an aneurysm out of nowhere, busted her head, and they said she was going to die. And he said, I'm not going to let my wife die. And she didn't die. And this man has been, if you see their story, he has been loving on this woman. Loving on this woman. Now she's talking again, but they said she wasn't going to never do this. But that's the kind of love you need.
The power of
That's
love.
the power of love. That's when you look at a mate. That's how you gotta look at it, mate. Are you gonna be for me? We all good. We pretty today. We walk every day. We cool. But if that car hit me, it could are you strong enough to handle that?
Right. That's the thing though, they pay attention to the superficial, the outside. They don't pay attention to in 10 years, you're not gonna look exactly like this. Or they don't pay attention to the fact that things, like you said, things change. People
Gravity
grow, change. You have to know how to adjust. You have to really love that person inside more than just the physical. And a lot of times they're just, like I said, for show. They do it. Oh, well, they got more money, so I can get a better class, or I can have more networking, more this or more that. But they're not really doing it for that love.
On that note, I just wanted to add, like on that note, like what do you think about the attraction, how it fades? Just adding to that, like how people gain weight or lose weight, and the attraction that was once there, it fades away and it leads to like intimacy, and then that leads to divorce or separation.
And why not just let it be known?
What can you do?
Yeah.
Because what can you do if you're not attracted to someone that is gaining weight or
be honest.
You gotta be honest. And then I think if somebody like y'all in a relationship and that person don't like you because you gained weight or you lost weight, they ain't like you in the first place.
Exactly.
Because you gonna sit up there and not talk to me because I gained a few pounds or I lost a few pounds or I don't wear this or I don't do that. No, that means you want for me from the beginning. That means now you're either gonna take me how I am or you ain't gonna take me at all.
Right.
And you definitely you don't want somebody to say, oh, beauty is just a light switch away. I said, say that one more time. I'm gonna say, oh, your handsomeness is a blanket sheet away. How about that?
You know what? I've had excellent examples of great marriages. I have and what they did, they made a pact that they was gonna keep themselves up. I think you should keep yourself up.
Right.
I think you should keep yourself up
together.
Well, I mean, it's not fair to just let yourself go and just say, take this. Now you got 100 pounds. Some people do things like take me as I am. Get up and don't bed and be good man. And they do supposed to. Get up, stop, don't take that cookie. And I'll tell them, stop taking me out to eat. Because you know, all that man, I gained relationship, gained weight.
Happy way.
But even
Let's
then,
talk about happy.
yeah.
That is a true thing.
Oh my
You
God.
get happy,
Yeah.
you get in love, you got yourself
And
a
it
good
doesn't
relationship.
you want to eat it. Right. It's just out doing things. So it's like,
Oh,
you're
you
moving,
want to
you're
eat.
out doing, you're always going to be around food.
I
Or
want my-
cooking, barbecuing, stuff
For
like
any
that.
reason, you're indoor doing that.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And I said,
And food is life. I
Yeah.
think food is life. I think food is life.
we love food.
Definitely
Well, food could be involved too. You know, little pickles, throw some pickles.
Okay. Well, we just won't gain weight off of little pickles now. But pickles are very healthy. They are.
They are.
I know one thing I try to keep myself together is I always say, I might got to get out there one day.
You know, I gotta stay ready. Right. Stay ready.
That's why I love marriage, even though my in divorce, I still love the sanctity of marriage because when I was there with my kids, it kept me, I'm gonna say it saved me for those 2 years because I wasn't out in the street. My daughter wasn't around. My daughters, they wasn't around no different men. And that was one of the number one reasons that I got married at like 20 years old because I was dating a lot and I was like, it's time for me to calm it down because I had one daughter at the time. I had, one cousin. But I was just like, you gotta be a certain way with your kids. You gotta buckle down some type of way, somewhere and say, look, you can't see all this, so I can't live like this.
Right.
You know what I'm
Kids are
saying?
going to be around 24/7, regardless,
Right.
no matter how much you shelter them from it. Like, still, if it's in the household, they're going to see it or hear about it or, And then nowadays, we got the kids and the internet, so they ain't no better.
What do you say to somebody who says that they don't see the purpose in marriage? What do you say? Because there's a lot of people saying it. They lost the value of marriage, and the whole point of having that witness. The partner is also a witness to your sickness, your health, your happiness, your success, and everything.
All of that stems from TV, radio, music. They never promote women. I believe in keeping yourself. Don't put yourself out there like that. And I taught my son that too. I taught my son your stuff is golden. Don't go put it in the trash. And he's not a whorish young man. He's a really good young man. And I think that's what teaching go wrong too with the guys. But I feel like morals, values, all of that is thrown out.
Church is not in the home.
Yeah, and I grew up in church. I feel like if morals and values was pushed more, then it would be more marriage. Women are not, especially I'm gonna say Black women are not getting married at the rate as other races. I'm not gonna, but it is a reason for that because we have seen so many of our women, they be strong and single. We're not taught, like they're taught to get educated. So many of us educated and we got it going on, but they still don't know how to do it.
One thing as Black women, we have to stop. Even though we push hard, women push hard as a whole. Right. Women are just a stronger being, even though men control the world. Just like I said, women are back there pushing the whole thing. So as women, we really control this thing. Yeah. And if we out of order, we out of nature, we not doing what we supposed to do, we out there twerking, we out there doing this, the world ain't gonna be right. I'm sorry to say women, I put the weight on us because we set the trend. Right. We are the nurturers. We take care of the family. We do that. And so if we out here not doing what's right and putting our foot down, saying we ain't gonna do this and we ain't gonna do that, it's anarchy. And that's what we have now.
Saying, why about a cow?
I was just gonna say the Cardi B. Now we have the opposite of that. Cardi B. I don't cook, I don't eat, but I got a ring. But that was all for publicity. But you don't cook, you don't clean, so you're teaching women not to be women, not to do anything.
But you at home married.
As a mother.
You at home married. You got Beyonce
talking about lemonade, don't leave your man, but you married though. You telling the world, you contradicting everything you say because you say, oh, women, leave your man, but I'm gonna stay with my cheap woman. I'm gonna stay up here. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do all the things that I'm telling y'all not to do. I'm gonna get married. I'm gonna have my kids. I'm gonna have my home. But leave yours.
Beyonce, she's going to do the same thing. That they're supposed to be this strong, influential woman, but keep letting.
They're trying to like make light of it. There's a meme I saw. It said, "Sis, they all cheap. Just get you one to pay bills."
No, they don't.
No, not gonna laugh along with that.
Right. The problem is anymore women don't have boundaries.
Right.
You allow this. Let me tell you what this guy said I used to say, and he said we do it because y'all let us.
Yeah.
You close your legs. I'm for real. What it is, I'm telling you, they listed because sex is so attainable. If you make a man wait, and if you make him wait and see what's his motives and stuff like that, they will do. But because we are in a generation where they try do anything, I don't care if you want to sleep with a cow. I mean, just whatever you want. You have no boundaries. The ones who let me tell you, even if you claim you give your kid, if you don't have boundaries and if you don't have no strength and power, guess what? They're gonna leave you after you build them up and get them together. They're gonna leave you and they're gonna go to the woman that have boundaries and they're not even going to do all the work you do.
No, because you gotta have
strength. You gotta have strength.
Sometimes you will build up.
And what do they call us when we do have strength? When we do put our foot down, when we do say, no, I'm setting my boundaries this way, then we're complaining. We're really, we have attitude. They call us all these things in the book, and we're not supposed to say anything.
You know what, Lizzie? It's a way for us to do that. We can still be sensitive. Sometimes our delivery is not good. You know, what does man say? A woman can make a man climb a butterball. If you use wisdom, it's a way to tell a man what and stand on business. Don't say it and don't do it. That's the problem. You know, so and then women too have to, you know what it is too, we've been raised with this fairy tale mentality.
Say that.
We gotta come out of the Cinderella school.
Those fairy tales are made to this way. It's a joke anyway.
Armor, you know,
There was never one.
Kiss her, I'm gonna bring her back to life. No.
When you do find one though, because I'm sorry, I got I'm gonna share with my babies. When you do find something even close to that fairy tale, don't share it with nobody. Put it in a treasure box. You said it's a fairy tale, and put that thing in a treasure box. Put a nice little flap on it and say, hey,
That's
and that's the thing that you can't even like nowadays. You can't even like be happy and flaunt your relationship. Even on like you go
on
social media.
Now everybody wants your man. Now everybody
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how women are against it. I can't sit up here and say I stand for all women because all women don't stand for me. It's women that are so jealous and bitter and envious and covetous of what you have, your life, your relationship. They don't care, like, if they're single, they'll do things, if I'm not obligated to you, this is the same, but when the tables are turned, they always do. You don't want that to be done to you, so you have to do unto others as you have done. You have to understand that karma is real. It's not gonna work out for you. You're gonna get yours, and somebody's gonna be doing the same things you do when you were infiltrating in people's relationships. It's a lot of people that just are very covetous and these are the same people that are posting scriptures online, poetic words, and they are just the most Jezebel, conniving, wicked people. So don't be fooled by what you see on social media. There's a lot of people that are
living in misery.
Well, I can't stand it when they put all this posts on social media, but you know exactly where they're coming from. You're like, oh man, you are a liar.
We don't take you here to, the puff daddy. All right, him and Miss Cassie. Oh man, wow. So in that, I love you so much there. Bop, 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 bop. Okay, so it's all about perception. People put things, that's why you can't compare yourself to anyone. Make us compare yourself to women. Because I'm gonna say I'm guilty sometimes. I compare myself to another woman, dang, I wish I had that, and I wish she just looked so good. You know what I'm saying? But from knowing God, he said, don't compare yourself to anyone.
Y'all think
Don't,
I don't
because
bring up
you
women
will get
up
all
here?
anxious.
I
and all
would,
this
but
and that.
never was.
You know what I mean? I know, it just happens. Because most of the time when we go out, who we dress for?
I dress for myself.
Yeah,
I
you
dress
know,
for
but
myself.
no, but mostly we dress for other women. We don't know.
Yeah, this is a women thing. Like, just the men, they don't like they don't like, a lot of men don't like false lashes, red
I was gonna
lips,
say, right, exactly. I would
weave
say that.
extensions. But they'll cheat on you with one.
Yeah,
Do you hear me?
real quick.
I like my women natural, and then you go down there all the way down.
I remember my boyfriend a long time ago. I didn't wear no makeup, and he says, "You need to start wearing makeup." And I'm like, "Woo, we're not talking no more. Goodbye." Done. That was a deal breaker. That was a deal breaker. And
Why do you think he said that?
I never
because
heard that
he
like
was
that.
stupid. He was only 13 years old. I was a little kid, so but and then as time progressed, I noticed that again, society has a way of molding, the males and us females, but it seems like you can just look. Again, not to compare, but we're gonna compare. Look at how it's affected the males and then the women. Look at what society has done to us. So how the heck are we supposed to even find the partner that we want, the way we need, the way that they need, and then the way that they say that they say all natural. How many times does the guy say he wants an all natural woman, but he goes to the obvious?
Exactly. And we're not gonna do that. We don't do this like, okay, yeah, we want to look good too, but the main thing I think for most women, we do this for ourselves, and this is a girl thing. So if we want to put on some makeup, somebody want to put on some weave or something, that's not your concern.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't tell a woman what not to wear or how to dress. That's not your concern.
And you know what? They have all kinds of people for all different types of
Right.
Don't get with a woman if you know you better with makeup on.
Right.
Get with a woman that don't wear makeup. It's natural. I mean, give her what you like. Give her what you like.
I get that all the time. Like one of my exes, that model and acting stuff. So I think they thought that I was supposed to look like that all the time.
Right.
And I barely ever even really wear lashes. But like I put on like mascara or something, like a little bit of lip gloss. But I don't. But then like literally he's like, oh, you never look like this when we go out. Do you pay me to look like that?
That's right.
Because you're not paying my bill. You're not paying me to this is paying my bill. You're not paying for me to go put on some heels and walk around for 8 hours.
Right. I want to say I had talked to this old couple. They have been married for like 15 years. So I said, "How did you do it? How did you do it?" And the man said, "You can't think about everything. Sometimes you gotta let things go. Pick your battle. Sometimes just shut up and keep it moving. And you can't be trying to change people all the time. However you met that person, of course you're gonna need to compromise in some areas to each other.
Elevation.
Elevation. But as far as changing their demeanor and who they are and what kind of clothes they wear.
That's how you know.
Right. So don't come and like, oh, I'm gonna change you like this, and then when it don't work out, don't be mad about it. Right. Because you gotta accept people who they are.
Like Isaidit said, and where you can't just be like, well, take me how I am. You still have to compromise. You gotta accept them who they are, but you can't just let yourself go.
That woman in the street gonna look good. There's no way. My man gonna come home with me looking raggedy. And then he been all out. Now do something. He been all out like straight chicken. And looking good.
It don't matter how they look.
But I started with fixing myself because I had got some product. My mother was sick. I was taking breaks and she had cancer. I was doing a lot, so I had lost myself.
Yeah.
I've always been a person who was neat because that's how they raised us. But I stopped after I was okay.
Yeah, I had one moment.
Yeah, and God told me, and God was like, get up, come through there. I started taking care of myself because he, as his children too, he wants us to look good. When you look good, you feel good. So it goes back to what you said. Do it for yourself first. And then first, put you first, and then for your man. Too. It ain't nothing wrong. You got a good man. All I know is my aunt you know, she sanctified, but when she get in the house, she put on her mini skirt.
Right.
She real
Right.
saved. She
Right.
ain't saved, y'all.
Right.
She saved for real. When
Right.
she get in that house, she can ride for her man, and she been married for 40 years.
Okay, some
So
things
I mean,
going
so
on.
she and she keep
Right.
you know, he like her backside, so she go in the house and put on her mini skirt at that stove, and he just sit back there smiling, you know, after 44
And
years,
that's
he's
what-
still
right.
smiling. So I look at that like that, you know.
So you would tell them marriage does work. You
Right.
just have
You
to
gotta
find
Work
find the
together.
value.
Your
You have to
ego.
find the value in it, and it starts with yourself. You have to love yourself. You have to, and that's what you cannot go and give up to someone else from the
Yeah. And with you saying that, I was gonna say too, a lot of problems is we are traumatized from childhood. You know, a lot of people have been through a past relationship, a lot of people have been through a lot, and they don't work with themselves, especially our brown and black. Look, go to counseling, go to
It's
therapy.
okay.
It's a lot of men deal with
Mental health
abandonment
awareness.
issues from the fathers and stuff like that not being in their life. Go, it helps so that you can have a healthy life. So you can get with someone and give up your healthy self. A lot of us want to get in relationships and we have, even women, we have not healed from past relationships, from childhood trauma.
Yeah.
And you think you're about to have a good relationship? No, ma'am, and no, sir. You don't even know how to communicate.
Right.
You know, we have not been taught emotional intelligence. As I'm gonna tell you, because I never heard that word now.
Yeah.
You know, we have not been taught how to regulate, especially men, your emotions and how to talk to each other. We don't know how to
You're
communicate.
in private.
Yeah.
Or get soft.
Yeah. Oh, no, we got to learn how to talk and respect.
Right, yeah.
I want to say that on the emotional side, and you have to think about emotional and logical. Because emotions that have you running all over the place all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to think logical about things. You know, put them in, keep them away from your heart. Is this logical that I'm moving in this type of manner? Because my heart, I can just be obsessed and stuff, but is it logical? Is it a real reason behind this? I'm just moving on emotions, and if you consistently move on emotions, you're gonna have anxiety. You're gonna have all kinds of weird thoughts if you continue to live on emotions. You cannot live on emotions because anger, joy, happiness, all those are emotions, but you have to think about things. Is this really working, or I'm just sad about, or I'm just mad, or is this really working in a way that it should progress? Logic, you know, things like that. Because emotions that have all over the place, I had to learn how to control my emotions.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
I
like you
can't-
said with the moment thing. Like,
You
it's
know.
just a moment. If you're angry, right that moment you're gonna do something that you're gonna regret. So why
Right.
not just get like that count to 10? Like I was saying, I'm doing
Right.
mental illness myself, and that helps with a lot of aspects. Like the things I learned for going through, like it's called cognitive behavioral.
Yeah.
Cognitive behavioral health, and it's like it changed my life. Because then I learned different parts of like really figuring out my brain and slowing myself. Because a lot of times too, I have a lot of people around me, so I bounce all their emotions. I'm also bouncing off their emotions. So I have to remember, like, you know, am I loving myself correctly and the people around me? So it helps when you can take that moment, just a split second, so it gives you that time to break away. And when you love someone, you have to know that it's okay to do that, and they should know, or they should respect you enough to know, okay, she just needed, or she or he, they just needed a moment. Like sometimes people, you know, in movies, they be like, oh, well, why are you going for a walk right now? Maybe they needed a second to get away from you so that they didn't say something wrong, you know?
So they went for a walk and didn't do something else.
Exactly.
You don't have to call them out one
Right, right. So sometimes that's the place to start.
And maybe as a society, we need to start calling stuff for what it is. Stop sugarcoating stuff.
Yeah.
Stop, you know, we see that young girl on that wrong path to let her know it's not the right road. Like, you're going to end up here. Because when you've been living on this earth long enough, you don't have to know, you don't have to be a psychic to see where road is going. Right. Because I know where you're going to end up.
Right.
I know where you're going to end up because this is the road you travel with. So I think, you know, as far as like in our homes, everything starts in the home. Everything that comes about in the world starts in the home. So each one of us, all of us here, just like she said, she raised her sons her son to respect women and respect his body. And that's where it all starts. You know, when we got society, the girls, they 2-year-olds got on what they got on.
Yeah.
They twerking on
No,
it.
and they think it's cute.
Right.
Because the parents, because we're having kids, are having, or kids are having kids. That's what I'm trying to get at. But you know, the money.
What's
See
your
the video when the little girl graduated from kindergarten, and she was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
she wanted to be pregnant, so she got her baby. So she was walking, and then I think they was saying like, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" So she was like, "I want to be pregnant."
Yeah.
What?
I think she knows what she.
That's all the.
But yeah.
Too much of the
That-
baby doll. And then
Yeah.
I
I think that's what she
in her household.
At that age, though. Well, back in the
Yeah.
day, it was healthy for kids, girls to be mothers, so
It
they
was.
taught them how to
You
be
would have to have a
wives.
baby.
Not baby
Right,
mothers.
exactly.
They
Right.
got to be there. They have kids to look back.
I was just thinking about that. Play out.
Yeah, but now they be a baby mama, so
Right.
they're not saying I want to be married.
That's
They want
right.
Byron.
Let's go a little back. I mean, let's go back. Okay, so let's talk about this. This will hurt hearts, but I think this got
Yeah.
single mothers, children raised in single mother homes. A lot of them have lacked a lot of things that they've needed as far as like having a male figure in their life. I'm talking about single mothers. Okay, these are the children that are on the streets. These are the children that are committing higher rates of crime. These are the children that are continuing the same cycle of broken homes. And so I think that with knowing that, so single mothers, especially like women, we have a very high responsibility, a strong duty to ensure that whatever cycle, whatever curse, generational curse, it does not play out in our children's lives. Like the children are not being raised. Okay, so the internet, the tablets are raising the children.
Thank you.
The moms are leaving. They have to work. Okay, so yes, they have to work. They're leaving the kids at home. We were talking, I think, with AB, we were talking one time about this mother. Now this was completely wrong. She left her children at home and went on a cruise for 6 days and was watching them on the camera. It's things like that going on, leaving kids at home.
No, she got a mental problem.
Yeah,
That
so,
is insane.
but it's a lot of neglect.
You know, sometimes you can do.
What about calling the
Let
babysitter?
me say
Right,
this.
right.
But some people don't have a village. So there are obstacles. But knowing that there are obstacles, like there has to be a way for resources that you can get, because we have to stop the children from growing up and being womanizers, being women beaters, their sons, being gang bangers, being addicted to drugs, being promiscuous, not knowing how to respect
All
themselves.
these fake Instagram pages and they hide it from their parents because they don't want them to see them in little boot shorts and stuff like that. But it's like, if you know you need to hide it, or your kids they're seeing something.
They're not watching. You got to watch more.
To know, exactly. There's no way that you can't. I would pop in my head in all the time. Like,
I'm checking bones. That much as a single parent too, and it's not just on the single mothers, as well as the father.
Yeah.
That's the
The
problem.
reason why,
That's the
because
problem.
a mother can only, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It is a
raising
lot.
a kid.
Wait, before you finish, the single mothers, they're there.
Yeah,
The absent fathers are not.
exactly, yeah.
So who is the child more of a product of when they go with? Are they more a product of the present parent or the absent parent? So yes, it's both fault, but the present parent has more of an
Well, when I
effect.
say this with that,
Yeah.
you can do everything you can, right? And that son is hurting so bad because their father is not there. They can't see their kids, so they're thinking as a child. They're not processing. If you don't teach them, because most of the time I only can say as we haven't been taught emotional intelligence.
Right.
These are things that's coming up now. If you as a parent don't have that, and it wasn't taught in our community, You can't even give that to your kid.
Right.
So now your kid, I don't care. Sometimes it's good parents, it's not the mother.
Oh, yeah, I know.
So they don't know how to deal with their emotions. So most of the time they go to the streets. I'm gonna tell you what I did. I had a spiritual foundation. Because they say a woman can't raise a kid, but in the Bible, and I believe in the Bible, it says I can do all things.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, now he's not everywhere I want him to be yet, because he's still growing. We don't have this, but I'm gonna tell you, he ain't on the streets.
Right.
He's 23. I'm not a young grandmother, because I'm still young and fast, because I'm not gonna stay home and raise no kids. Okay, my son is not a womanizer. He hasn't been with a whole lot. He's a decent kid, but then it's also DNA. You can raise your kids separate and they still like they father.
Right.
And my son, he's crazy. I'm like, boy, I'm like that so much like your dad.
Right.
But he was with me, so he had these, that kind of weird. So he had these weird, but I'll tell you, I prayed. I took my son to church. I made sure he was in activity. I made sure I lived. I wasn't a hypocrite. If I told him what not to do, if this is what the Bible said, I didn't say, well, I didn't watch anything. I didn't date until my son was 17. That's me. Because I did not want him to have men over him to be in and out. We're not going to get married. He never to this day laying up with a man besides his dad when he was married. But it's a sacrifice you got to make, and he's worth it. He might not be doing everything I want to, but he's worth the sacrifice. Because I want him to have opportunity. See, I did all I could. Now it's up to you. Maybe he'll go to college. I told him you got to go to college. But he's a security guard. I want him to do it. He works. I'm not taking care of no man. I told him if you're not going to, I don't take care of no dude. I'll help you if you work and if you're doing something. But I can say I lived a life of example for him. So he can look back and say, this is how Christians supposed. These new Christians, y'all, I don't know. To me, you don't do any and everything. And I did not in church. So
being an example is the key, though, which is what's lacking in a lot of single parent homes. And I have a friend, she raised her child by herself. She raised her to be disrespectful and do certain things. She's still in stress. So yes, kids are going to go astray. And sometimes when you instill the right values in them, they may stray off and they'll come back. But if you're not instilling any values in them, which is what's happened.
Yes. And sometimes they
children
blame
are
it on dad. They blame it on the mother because of the same thing.
And some mothers are keeping the children away from the dad. Some
Yeah,
mothers are
right.
Right.
They want to play games, they want to go in and drink it.
And you need to sit down with your kids. You need to talk to them like you talking, in real life.
Yeah, yeah.
If you got problems, you got bill problems, you got these problems. Your kids need to know these.
And they'll feel that.
They will feel that. You need to sit your kids down. Look, they might ask you for something. You might say no, but give them the reason why. I gotta pay the light bill.
Why?
I gotta do this. If you want most of Brad, maybe it's a little bit faster. But you gotta, because when we were in my era, it was seen, don't be seen, don't say nothing, be quiet, stay in this place. But that ain't how you should raise children. You should talk to your children, tell them what's going on, like not things that they can't handle, they can't understand, but things that they can handle and understand. Get at them. As far as the internet, my daughter, when she was 13, I wrote a contract. And I said, look, if you get on the internet, this is what you cannot do, this is what you can do, you're gonna sign this contract. And now she's 24. She's never did nothing stupid on the internet. I said, because this will follow you the rest of your life. This is just like, how we did something bad today with the background check. Mm-hmm. So now you got the Facebook check. Whatever.
Social media check. Because if it's not Facebook, it's Instagram, it's Twitter, Snapchat,
going down your page.
TikTok.
Maybe they want to hire you. Maybe they want to do something. But now you're talking about some crazy stuff. You just threw some money down the drain.
And they look at that. They definitely nice, like corporate jobs. Yeah, they definitely look at that. And certain jobs that deal with money, like financing stuff with like kids. If you ever heard of kids, that stuff it all follows you. So all of that they look at. You don't pay attention.
And then going back to even then with the parents, I realized when I became a parent, it's a light bulb came on. Some parents are not willing to give up themselves.
That's true.
Yeah.
They won't be happy. They want their man. They want
They
they
put
just
the man
not.
first.
Or they use
A
their
lot of
kids
women
as
put men
accessories.
first, and that's a
Yeah,
lot of
that's
problems.
different. Like, oh, I
A
want
lot
to
of
dress
women
her up, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do her
put
hair,
men first. Instead of the
earrings,
kids.
all this stuff. Like some girls, the weave and girls, these
Oh,
little,
let's
these
talk about
little,
some taboo,
little
though.
girls.
As far as the one who kicks the daughter out.
For a man.
Yep.
Yep.
Wow. I've seen
That's
that.
Woo! And to get deep, because some of y'all know, some of you may not. But I was a baby having a baby. I was raped, left for dead, but I wasn't. It wasn't my plan at that time to be a mom. But immediately, because of my morals, my values, it kicked in. I was even asked, would I consider abortion? I said no. That's even an option.
Wow.
I'm not going to end this person's life just because somebody did something to me. That's whoever this person's going to be has value, and I don't know. I don't want to stop them from having a chance just because it to someone else. Like, well, don't you think that it's an inconvenience? No, it's not. This is an addition to my life, and this person is going to be an extension to me and my family. And she didn't commit a crime.
right.
She's about to be 20 years old in
Wow.
August. She is in college right now. She's in college studying civil engineering and architecture.
Wow.
I homeschooled her. I put her in lots of different programs like soccer. I taught her how to swim. She's an actress too. She's building her IMDb. No, she does have her IMDb. IMDb is Justine Cruz.
Okay.
And then, yes. And she's been working since she was 4 years old because I've been training her. I taught her how to cook, how to clean. She was homeschooled. When I say homeschooled, not just the academics, just like 1, 2, 3, 8. No, you're gonna peel potatoes, mama. You're gonna learn how to make those pasteles and macaroni. Okay, so we're gonna do it. And she has been helpful to her grandparents. Her grandfather, my dad, I made him the godfather. He was at the time serving our country. He was about to go to Iraq, but he wasn't even supposed to leave the base. He left the base. I was on my deathbed. Piggyback off of what you said, not willing to be given of themselves. I was on my deathbed. He says, if I have to, the doctor asked me, if I have to cancel somebody else, somebody has to be sacrificed. Who's it going to be? I said, me. Save her. Now, I understand that my parents were going to choose me, but I said, well, now I'm a parent.
Exactly.
And I said, if you do not save this child, I do not want to be saved.
Yeah.
I want her, this person, I don't know who they're going to be, but they are supposed to contribute to society. If my time is done, it's done. But save her. I know she won't be forsaken. I know I have a family. I know I have people that will love her and care for her. I do have the village.
Right.
And that's what we have. That's what we need.
Be all kind of ways, but I'm seeing beyond situation. And now the baby is gonna bless the world.
You know how some people say that you're a product of society?
Yeah.
But I didn't survive in spite
Right.
of what happened to me.
Right.
I'm not what happened to me.
Right.
If something happens to you, that's something that happened that doesn't make you.
Right.
You decide, you make choice, you have free will. You fight, you still alive, you can conquer anything you want. You still live.
You didn't give that person power over your life.
We want to talk about, a woman's reproductive system, things like that. It's like, as far as teenage pregnancy, I don't look at it as teenage pregnancy because when a woman gets her menstruation, she's a woman, and she is able to have a baby. So it's all about your status. If you have money, who's paying for the baby? If you're 13 or 12, like our grandmothers was, we had kids, they were married, nobody didn't even rent.
Right.
Because they were being taken care of, they had a husband. It's just that now we're taking care of the children, through the DHS and things like that. It's not a woman is a body is a woman is a that's what she's supposed to do. And if she do it at 13 14, 15, her body says she can't do it.
Right. When I
It's
say
just
children have babies,
It's just the stagnant of society who has put that on us. But we are women every day of the week, and if we get pregnant, that means we are pregnant. If we can't get pregnant, that means we don't supposed to be pregnant.
Right.
If you're 11 and 12, you're not ready yet. But
Now, do I want
no,
my
you don't.
child or children to get pregnant at that age? No.
They not ready.
It's not time. You know,
Right.
in my
They
eyes,
body
like,
is
but
back then, though, that's
My
it
grandmother
happened.
had
It happened.
16, 17 kids
And they
started
were
at
staying
13
home.
months.
But you know what?
Yes,
Those
it's
were
a whole
They were
different
staying
thing.
home.
That's what I said.
even
It's
the
all
time-
about society. It's
Those
not
were
about the
different times.
woman's body.
Because
It's
they
not
didn't
about
have
the
much of a
woman's body.
choice
Right.
a lot of times.
Yeah,
Now
they
we
didn't
have-
have a choice.
Back then, people had they gave their
Their
kids
kids
who
away.
they wanted.
They did.
Now the great thing
Your
is
stature.
we can get
when-
someone that, the right person, who we choose. Or, you know what I'm saying? Y'all choose each other.
That's right.
I am, those
You
are.
got birth control, you
Yeah,
got all of this, so you
exactly.
really know, you got so many things not to get pregnant. So, not to get pregnant, you don't have to have a baby at 13, 14. You can go right on and do this and do that. But it's just all about, I believe, how society looks at the woman. The woman ain't doing nothing wrong with being a woman.
Right.
She ain't doing nothing wrong with being a woman. Now, you might have these old herbs,
Right.
you taking advantage of that. You with the wrong person and things like that. But the body is the body.
Right.
You can't stop the body.
And from your point of view, ladies, what do you think about the whole AI? We're being replaced no matter what we live in. Look at what's going on in the world today. No matter what I'm not gonna say it too much, but you know what I'm talking about. It's like we're being replaced by, if it's not AI, it's other things. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. What you say?
The dog.
Yeah.
It's dogs,
It's
it's false
Right.
women.
But
Right.
men being replaced.
It's just a man. But no matter how you look, you cut the tape.
Say that again.
It's a man. And
You gotta wonder now.
you said, now you gotta question everything. I put on
The woman can't be.
It's kind of like when they were doing, like, during all that stuff going on with, like, the males that were, like, winning awards in female
Yeah.
sports.
Yeah.
That is not fair because they're physically built differently than us. Like, I'm not trying to say anything
It's
about what
tomatoes.
choose what you want,
Yeah.
but you're physically born differently. Your muscles right here.
That's right.
Regardless of what you put.
Just have a transgender sport.
That's
That's
right.
right.
Yes.
You
I saw a boxing match. It was a trans
Yeah.
woman that knocked out a woman.
woman.
Right.
See?
So her head swole, everything. I'm like,
Right.
oh my God.
got
And
to
was breaking records. It was a trans woman that won and was winning first place in like the race
Yeah.
and never what used to be in the males race and never won a
Right.
But came over here and
Start.
that is not right.
I think they took that back.
But listen to me, women did this. We opened up the panel, we allowed this. We are allowing this. Like women are allowed, we're trying to be so inclusive and not hurt people's feelings, but now
Now
we're
when
the
it comes
people,
to that,
we're the people getting hurt.
That's what I see.
are they gonna get to be beauty queens now then? So
Yeah.
we're gonna just have a-
I think they already are.
Queen of the queen?
Why they didn't talk about it? Why they didn't rename us on their
Right.
Now we the
I'm not
wrong
sick.
men and we
I'm not sick.
Now,
We
look,
the-
look,
we the
From
leaders
your
and the
point of view,
this and that.
from your point of view, from your point of view,
They disrespect.
okay? If with everything considered, how the heck can we, say that it's all women that wanted it that way when there's plenty of us that didn't? And we have to look at mainstream
I'm not
media.
saying all, I'm saying
Oh,
women.
Yeah, but some women that have been trying to push it, we gotta find out why are they pushing it. Who are those women?
Right.
Who are these women that are pushing it? Because if it's not you, then who is this? Who's this fool? Who is this?
It's always money.
It's the person behind the desk pushing the pen.
It has nothing to do with the people they don't care about.
Yeah.
They don't know.
It's the money, and you hear so many stories of them changing their bodies as kids, and then you hear so many stories when they grow up, how it was the worst decision.
Yes, yep.
How you gonna let a child decide what their sex is? tell them what their sex is that they were born. But how you gonna allow them to make that decision? Why they killing themselves? If now they got everything they want, so why they commit suicide? If that was the thing that was gonna make them happy,
Caitlyn
why,
Jenner.
why are they depressed? Why they? Because it's not. It has nothing to do.
It's not a
with their
solution to that, yes.
It's not.
It's within. It's
Yeah.
not
A
about
lot
what
of
they really
transgenders,
look like. It's
I
within.
saw, transgenders who are grown today, they will tell another young person, don't do this.
Yes, they do.
Don't do this. Because I think they made the law for Idaho, or somewhere like out there where they can sign off consent at 12 or 14
Yeah.
to change their sex, right now. So they don't even
They
need
accepting a medicine.
I said, who's paying for this stuff?
Right.
Who's paying
For
for
the
this?
insurance.
Who's, no, who's paying for the counseling? Who's,
Oh,
if
yeah.
your parents don't want you to do that, you come home sick, because this is a lot of, your body go through a whole thing, so you're sick, you're all kind of, your behavior, everything's different. Who is taking care of this child while they going through this progress when the family didn't want you to do this? No way.
Right.
So now you got to break down the love, so now you coming home, they mad at you, because you changing, and you 12 and 13,
And you're processing
and you,
it.
what, man?
But then you have all these emotions and attitudes and all of
Right.
this, so now it's even making more of
Just
a divide in
being
the
13
household.
alone.
And I feel like you did homeschool that you.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the schools.
Because now they're
People
pushing.
don't care about the kids. You gotta look, it's not even about the health and the wealth and the mental stability of your children. It's just an agenda that's being pushed, and it's not a healthy. How you gonna start with pre-K talking about, do you see the book?
Hey,
Sexual
fingernails,
book
yes, yeah.
that they're reading,
Yeah.
that they have in the library for little bitty kids.
Yeah.
Like, come on,
Why
the
put that
parents got to
pressure on
stay on.
Yeah,
Right,
they don't
right.
need to know about that right now. Let them play the toys, build up,
Yeah,
and learn
bring Devil
math.
Does back.
Go to Build a Bear.
Devil Does.
Right,
Bring
right.
Devil Does.
Yeah, double Dutch hang.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's what they're pushing is on these YouTube videos or like think of these artists that are now wearing dresses and it's okay for Will Smith's son to paint his nails.
not
We know we had a male on the cover of CoverGirl. Yeah, a little boy. I mean, he looked flawless.
Was his pronouns she or
Oh, well, yeah, probably. At the time, I don't think that it was pronouns. I think it was a boy.
Now let's talk about pronouns.
He was on there with Mesa.
Let me talk about pronouns.
So,
I'll respect, because I don't discriminate against you.
right.
I'll respect your wish for a man or for a different gender or, they got so many different genders things. I'm not gonna call you a he if that's not what. But what I'm not gonna do is call you a they. It's people on my they. Call me them. This is multiple personality disorder. This is mental. Are we crazy? Are we so scared? Are we walking on eggshells? We don't want to hurt people's feelings that we're walking into insanity.
there's
Like,
people that identify as animals and stuff now.
yeah, that's been going on.
Because they're letting that it's going that far.
That's been
Like,
going on.
my sister told me that there's a girl that walks around at their school, she wears heels and barks.
You
And
can say
she
you're a box.
identifies as an animal.
Down the
Yes.
box, no.
I'm sorry, is this mental illness? I'm not trying to feel about it.
It is
It's
mental
not
illness.
mental illness.
And they spread it.
Mental illness is
Why
not
would
being
a box-
taken care
a box
of.
pay my bills, though?
Problem.
That's
Right.
funny. It's a joke. The catering, pandering, it's not
It
helping
started, I think it started
society.
with lesbians, when it was so cute for girls to kiss and all that, and then
Yeah.
all these girls started experimenting because they thought it was cute or they thought it would get them a boyfriend, but then now your boyfriend wants a poly relationship with 8 different people.
Oh, they don't
They
want
can't even
to.
take care of one.
Yeah. So what we have no chance.
We gotta talk about this first pineapple. I just learned about that from my daughter.
After
We're
a break.
getting kids the women, we're not getting married anymore.
Right.
The kids are out of control. So what are we gaining from how we're acting? What we're not gaining?
We're becoming more lost than ever.
Yes.
And let me just say, because this is gonna be a whole nother topic. We're running out of time for this part right here, but let me tell you something. When we've opened up the Pandora's box, okay, listen to me clear. This ain't something I agree with. Okay, nothing's wrong with people feel what they feel. I'm not discriminating against anyone. I want people to be happy. Okay, I'm not gonna call nobody they. I'm not. That doesn't mean discrimination. I'm just not gonna play along with that. But do you know? Oh, I feel there was a man that said he feels like he is a child age. So this opens up the door for pedo.
That's what it's
You
all
understand?
about.
And it's all about that because that's what they want. This person feels that they're a child. They feel at this age. There was a
Now
man in
it's okay
jail
to-
wants
They
to
call it
wear
minor
Pampers.
attracted.
You hear me?
You got pedophiles at the court right now fighting for pedophile rights.
Yep.
Fighting, saying that children at the age of 2 are sexual beings and they have the right to choose to have sex with people they are fighting. At the age of 2.
Yeah, what she said, Amy.
They don't know that too. But if you
They
think
know
back,
nothing. They can wipe their butt. They can barely put their sentences together.
these are a lot of cultures that have been embedded way in centuries ago. And now they're here at the forefront. And least God, thank you for bringing to the forefront for us to see who they are. They're not in the closet anymore. Now we can say, you're out of here, bro. Your thoughts, you're out of here.
Because look, if you can say I identify as a cat, I identify as this. Is it not? And we with that, we don't want to hurt. Is it not discrimination when we say this person is identified as a child? Why are we against that? I'm against it.
Right. But you can't be.
But do you
against one,
see the
you can't be against
similarity
the
of
other.
the Pandora's box? Now,
It's just-
I believe that something gonna happen
You
in
don't
their
see
favor,
men.
and that's
you
the
don't
world I
see-
want to live in.
You see men trying to get in the women's bathroom, but you don't see studs trying to go in the men's bathroom.
Exactly.
So what's up with that? What's up with that? You know, you think the studs talking, we want to go in the men's bathroom, but you hear the pedophiles talking, we want to go in the girls' bathroom.
It was a trans man that got in jail. It was a trans man in jail that got one of the cellmates, and he was in the women's jail. I'm gonna call her she, was in the women's jail and got her pregnant.
I heard about
He
that.
got a whole bunch of.
So why is the pattern coming back to our male? What is it about the males that we're finding in society today that they're finding other ways to replace us?
I don't think they want us to
Money.
be.
Because reproduce. They don't want us to reproduce or something. Because I did speak
They're
to,
taking all of our money.
you know how like sometimes you want to go to the source and you want to do that extra research? Well, I did. In the state of Michigan, I did speak to a transgender person who was a sex worker. And I said, well, can I ask you a question? Why do he didn't have no problem me calling him. He says, I'm okay with it. And he still had his parts. But from the outside, he looked like a female.
Oh, okay.
I said, well, you look good. Had red hair and everything. Now, I'll get to the sad part in a minute, real quick. But long story short, he said that he found me attractive and he wanted to hook up. I said, but I thought you were into men. He says, oh, we just hook up with whoever we want.
That's what they do.
Then he follows. I said, well, can I ask you something? Why did he even told me he hooks up? He and a few of us other sex workers, they hook up with married men. And I said, well, can I ask why? Why do you hook up with married men? He said, because they could do to us what they can't do to their woman. Be rough.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, why do they need to be rough? And to follow that, he unfortunately was murdered by his boyfriend. And I was so sad because I saw him beat. I saw him beaten. I cleaned him up. And I'm talking about, I went to the source. And I've seen these people and they're not happy. So when I see, it's funny how social media likes to show, oh no, we're happy. No, you're not. I've already met so many of you that said, I am miserable. And I said, well, then why don't change it? Change your life, fix it.
A lot of
use
them
that
are
as a map.
trauma. They have suffered
Trauma.
tremendous trauma.
Yeah.
Some people don't even
It's
know
hard.
the half of what these kids and people have experienced. I know 2 children that were locked in the basement in a cage. They was eating wood. I mean, it's many cases like that. They've been brutally raped, brutally abused,
Sexual
by
abuse,
parents, by their natural parents, by boyfriends. I mean, it's so much that go on with them because it's not about their sexuality. They try to find happiness in this non-reality that they're living in when they really just need to fix get fixed what happened, what happened to them. But a lot of them don't have support. A lot of their parents, if your kids, I come from a Christian home, but I would never throw my son on the street or leave him out there to the wolves. I'm gonna do that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna come back. It's cut, right?
I'm just saying, it's still rolling live. I don't want to cut the live, or it's gonna have to rebroadcast it. But y'all can still get up and do whatever.
Okay, potty
You know what
break.
I'm saying? But I done did 15 minutes of great show so far. Great show. Just go bump the camera group. So it'll be lined up too.
There we go. Can I just say everybody's great?
Yeah.
Here's the water. That one. I was telling her the water right now.
I work with
I thought that was, and I didn't want to do it. The reason I don't want to do it is because women are more sensitive. They not like all the women that don't have those 44 episodes. They never be disrespectful. If I start them being together, I guarantee it won't be long until they start disrespecting women. I can't control somebody. So I don't want to be a part of it. I'm like, somebody else can start a base platform. I don't want to. But I appreciate that. Okay.
Go ahead. No,
Right, my cousin.
And it's many levels. There's many different levels.
You're right. So that's why I was saying, just we want to go on.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
No, because I'm talking about. Yeah. So during this, are you going to? In the audience or able to be
So this is what I was talking about. Everybody. Their questions. They're gonna answer that question.
I got to do it. I had to go to work. Like that was one traumatic. I had to yeah, and the judge was so like. I know, but you know, my parents was not there. I just want to know the secret now. But I know, only 6 months. What?
Great job, baby.
I just. Yeah. He got out of probation and had to like half of it. But he got to go back to school. Okay.
What is the error?
I mean, it happens to, but it happens to.
Okay. Okay.
I know.
Okay. Right.
My mother was like.
Not just about it, but how people behave. I'm gonna say,
Oh, it's in this.
I got a whole bunch of Yeah, that's professional.
One thing I love about freestyle, you never know what's on the catch. It's like natural or organic stuff. I don't prepare, but I like to prepare.
So actually, you have a question that you could ask. I can record you in front of the black screen, ask the question. And then when it comes back home, you can address the question that you asked. And it's gonna say like when you watch it live on TV, when it airs, that literally like you went to the audience and asked questions, you ask the question, you answer simultaneously. But it's really gonna stop you. You take a
That ain't
you can ask the question. All right.
Okay.
Then there's
kind of ready, kind of award something. You ready for the award?
hey, so actually, what I'm about to do is I'm about to record a couple people.
Me?
Ask a question. No, not you. Anybody in the audience, you want to ask a question from the black screen, and then when it's edited, then it's gonna look kind of thing. Ask a question, answer the question. Okay. Address the question. But so what I do is I'll send it. Yeah, I'll send it. I'll send it.
A question about what?
So whatever question she asks, that's what I'm gonna type. You all select the question. Give your opinion. Then Key is gonna ask the question.
Okay, I'm gonna think about one question.
Yeah, think about the question.
Oh, you have a guest question, audience?
Yeah.
That's cute. Yeah.
Yeah, we had almost 8 minutes, so still another good 6 minutes.
What, to 2 hours?
No, 6 minutes of this break.
Oh.
We're at an hour and 7 minutes of record time. But what I'm gonna do is record you all for an hour and 45 minutes, and then that extra 15 minutes is gonna be Giselle performing, Lily gonna perform, and then it's gonna be an introduction of me giving y'all a shout out and address, you know what I'm saying, Gina, whose platform is on out there in Memphis, and how they can follow and support her and everything like that.
So,
that's for that 15
are we
minutes.
gonna be able to watch it on Hostess? I mean, are we gonna be able to watch it anytime?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Oh, YouTube. Okay.
Yes, it's on my YouTube right now.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so you can always go back. Yeah, this is still filming. It's still streaming. Yeah, it's still streaming live. So y'all still streaming live. It's just that you know, this is not what's gonna be submitted on TV.
Do you have a like? Do you have us showing right now?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, y'all been showing, but I mean, I guess I could have turned it around or just covered it up.
Shout out to Netcast.
Yeah, Netcast, right. Yeah, let me borrow that. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of never too late. Gucci now. Now they can just hear.
We don't screen that with your commercials. That's like playing that, right?
Yeah, I was gonna upload that.
Oh.
That's only 2 minutes. Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. So we'll be done about 9.
Yep. Yeah, and
Oh, no, y'all did not start.
No, we didn't.
Okay.
You can't do none of that.
Oh, good.
I know.
uh-huh.
I heard that today. And then they just write like chocolate not hard. Oh, I'm really hard.
I was gonna do questions. So
Yes, I do have an important question. President Michelle.
what's
Oh,
that?
should we ask you?
No, I don't know what you're talking about. What you
Remember your
say?
question about how we can get the show to reach Florida? That's out, but
I know.
yeah. We're gonna
That's why, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely want to be there.
I thought you was younger than that. You still young, but still your age group, still from like 20 some your age. That's a whole different point.
So y'all gotta, like, what do you think or something like that? 'Cause I just.
Me too. Yeah, you should. So I need to know more about.
Hey.
When we come back here, I'm gonna kick it off with once we kick off, and I'm gonna be like, hey, what do you think of it? And then both I want you to, and then I want you to come in.
You know what I do? I just be like, yeah, I heard about it.
Right.
And I'm gonna talk about it. And then everybody talk about it.
Yeah, let me
Michelle
come
made
in.
it.
Oh, yeah. We talk over each other a little bit too. That name, y'all can get more into. Right.
I do think everybody.
Let me get the.
That's what I'm used to.
Everybody.
World. Judy, we're right minute.
You going to those after?
Michelle.
I don't think so.
I'm sorry.
Like,
So,
sit up
like,
in the chair.
she has some things that are like a background. Where her, and then you can just add. Go ahead.
But he told me.
Oh, really? What was wrong with it?
Yeah.
I want to see what your pictures look like.
I had to tell her, I'm gonna give him 4 days.
Oh, I missed, well, I was back here time.
I'm a,
Well, you can still see it, like, you can kind of still see it. Even though the light is on.
I thought I was talking about it, I was getting it down.
And, yeah, what kind?
dark or light.
I'm a light.
So the light I got, name with teal.
Ooh.
So
I know you
the
got
name
some
was strawberry
children
lemonade.
that would have so much fun. They need a project,
So now,
for school.
Right.
Let me paint something.
yeah, so it's in a jar, like when I make them, you know, you get them,
That
that little bit of juice, you pour that in, and you don't fill it all the way up, I make.
Yeah.
We do it after.
Okay.
I got them.
Good, maybe that.
Lily, I don't pick food.
Right, what?
I heard her talking about, she about 3
The
yards.
first one, I am the perfect guinea pig for this one. Let me explain. I really like, and I don't even know how this is. But when I tried the strawberry one, the strawberry what?
Strawberry
Hennessy. Let it sit, just like, don't you do that with rum? Sometimes you let it sit in your mouth. Not everybody just shoves it.
yeah.
Well, when I let it sit, it did have a different effect. Like, it did have a different taste.
So yeah, like,
Let it sit. Just like, you
But some
put stuff on it, like, just put it in your mouth and stuff on it, suck all the flavor out, and then I'm telling you, it's great. I love it.
Are you like?
About how do you get it?
and I'm a light. I collect it.
Every now and again, I think
I try to rewind. Like mine, but mine.
I don't say mine.
That's my number.
What makes you start?
I told her that.
What makes you start?
She don't have to make Okay, so take out of that. Just 20. No.
No, she want a man, she just waiting on her. Yeah. You done? No, you get some more.
She don't want you to go to that car.
Yeah, my
That's every 80,000, right? Not 80,000.
No.
Okay.
I don't think no man like this. Ain't never been like cheated on that I know of. And abused, because it's boundaries you set. From the beginning. From the beginning.
You over here. If I'm over here, and you over here, you go to
I'm right over here.
Five minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes.
But it is though. It is a double standard. I go last.
It's busy. Hey, but you gonna put it out. That's all I just do that sort of thing. You just can't make us all that. You need to be right. Y'all got to hold your mental. This reason you got. You go ahead and do this here.
Where's the crack?
You want to permission. Like you want nobody to just start.
Oh my gosh, real quick, I want to say everybody, y'all.
So what we're gonna do is we come back in, so you have to talk.
Yes,
What I
I
wanna do is I'm gonna have it. Sorry, I was like, that's all my list, that's talk. Good. So I'm gonna, like, start off with us, talk about it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, oh. No, okay.
Like to be the first one to respond.
Right, no, I'm trying to remember. The water. Aquarium. On the water, I said, right? Say what? Let me see those nails. Now, you know you need to visit my press on. I do. You know how like the box and you just have the nail file. I'm gonna sell the pack later. I was on. It was hectic getting everything.
What you know about now? I said you have now.
I don't know, is it?
You know about now?
I think I know about 80 things.
You know, that's Chicago thing.
Okay. And I got ID. It's Leonessa though. I'm not the regular name. Yeah.
Hey, so check it out. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Excuse me. This is about to happen. First, you can take it. All right, so. This is about to happen. So I'm about to just line up a couple of people. They're going to ask questions. And then I'm going to send these questions to the host. And then they're going to be the ones to read the questions. I do like 3 questions. So 3 questions.
You don't just have an accent.
Well, the reason why I was doing camera, because I've got the perfect angle right now, and I don't want to mess with that angle.
They can come step up like she's.
Okay, yeah.
You gotta say, what about my head? Cause she's saying right here, you got a mic.
No, I mean, this is picking up everything. This is doing good. I definitely,
Is there room? Okay.
Do you not want to do the thing where she's in front of her black sheep?
No, that's not.
But it ain't gonna get seen.
No. No, I'm gonna edit. So what I was gonna do, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was gonna, right, so what I was gonna do is I was line up a couple of people, they're gonna ask questions, you know, so y'all can go and listen to the questions. But I'm still gonna send a host the questions, and then you all can read like, okay, this is Michelle representing sports, and she asks, ladies, what do you think of this? You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be back to back. So like Michelle asks a question, Keith asks a question, you know what I'm saying? Heather might ask a question like that.
I got
You see what I'm saying? Right, and then it's gonna be edited each later. But you can answer the question wherever you want to. But whenever you do, I'm gonna edit it in like it happens.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like all of that.
Mm-hmm.
I know
I know how to do it. I'm an editor. I know how to do it. It sounds like a lot, but it's really like it feels like that. With the editing, yeah.
Probably her words come out my mouth.
Why do you need to
Let's start with you.
Walmart, here's my card.
So happy to me.
And you know they lied. That's Victoria's Secret. The bra. I bought a black bra. She said it's gonna last you longer than the Walmart bra. I'm like, the Walmart bra outlasted the Victoria's Secret bra.
They're just different.
Yeah.
I'm trying. That never ends. You know what it is?
It's
It's
dumb.
in the thing. Hi.
Your daughter might hear you.
Well, you know, okay. How about bras? From our point of view, they need some maintenance. Go to the hill.
Yeah, so who all wanna ask questions? Okay, that's 1, 2,
Okay, I'll ask.
three, 4. Anybody else? You want to ask a question? Okay, so, so you all ask a question. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. Everybody just come line up over here, please. And we're just gonna go back to back to back. And I'm gonna film it. When I'm filming it, I'm gonna edit it. And y'all just gonna hold this mic. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to be first. Yeah, yeah.
I like that skirt.
Thank you.
And take your time, Michelle. You know what? You know you can fabulous combination. And she is in my feature film. Like the hostess in my first feature film. Because I thought short film was market.
And the dog.
And live. And the what?
What do we?
The dog.
The dog.
No, so it's gonna be filmed right here.
And her dog. Yeah. Yes. My mom has a dog.
Yeah. This is what I want to ask. What do you ladies think about this?
Everybody was down.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Get y'all questions.
One other thing. You think if they just stood right there, you just raise the camera on the same spot, sit back down, so we can hear them?
I'm gonna put you on right now. Yeah, advertise, girl.
Yeah.
Oh. But I think,
Yeah.
are we gonna hear them?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Y'all, everybody be quiet.
Okay, y'all, quiet on set.
Then y'all be able to hear questions, but I'm still gonna, excuse me,
I'm quiet on
I'm
set.
sorry. So what I'm about to do is I'm about to start asking questions. Y'all kind of, I'll remember, like, maybe all of you all won't remember every question. Somebody up here will remember a question. You know what I'm saying?
But you want to send it to the whole.
Yeah, but I'm also.
Can I stay
A
right here?
brief, yeah. That's, excuse me, ladies. So she's gonna,
Discovery. Last minute.
so she's gonna go ahead and ask her question.
Them days ago.
I'm sorry, so when you come up, when you come up to the curtain, you will say my name is.
They had a little talk with it, but I didn't really like it. I put my own little.
Right.
My name is. And keep it short.
Or you know,
Ready? Okay, we about to start the question. All right, I'm giving you 5. Yeah, step back just a little bit. Yeah. All right. Great. All right, on 5.
Hello, ladies. So my name's Kiara. I'm from Chicago. And y'all was talking about a lot of topics. And the one topic that stuck to me was the kids with the tablets, electronics. I have 3 kids. My son, he loves tablets, he loves iPad. And like, what do you do to like get your kids when not, getting up off of the electronics? My kid doesn't watch TV. He loves the tablet, but you know what? He loves the phone because he draws. Now he into drawing. He wants the phone, but now he do drawing. So it's like, I want my kids to get up out of the tablets and the iPads, and kids love iPads, they love tablets. I remember watching TV. I watched Arthur and Rugrats and all of that, but nowadays kids are into electronics. So what do? You guys have kids that's into electronics. How do you handle that?
Oh. Great job.
Yeah.
Yeah, forward this way. Yep, and back up this way. Yep, perfect. Go ahead.
Okay, my name is Frankie. I'm from Detroit. My thing is, you didn't talk about it, but let's talk about it. Why come the parents are not telling or showing the young women how to be wives? Why are we not talking about how to be wives, how to find a husband, how to be soft? You know, we always be like, you gotta be, you know, you gotta go to school, you gotta make money. It's like money, money, money. You gotta be a bad bitch, you know. Why are we teaching our young women to do that? They out here twerking, they showing their bodies, and there's nothing wrong with that, okay? Because if you got a nice body, okay, it's a way you show it. You can be respectful, you know, be respectful. Not going out here just showing everything. I feel like they're showing too much. I feel like they're not trying to be wise. I feel like they're not being good mothers. I feel like you ladies out here, y'all got platforms. I feel like y'all should talk about this. That's it.
Next. Great job, great question. You got it.
Hey ladies, I'm Shelly or Rochelle, whichever one you want to call me. But I'm from Florida, and I wanted to know your point of view on death. When you are together as a couple and you have children, and one parent passes, how do you go with that?
So you said parent of like their spouse.
Um,
You mean the spouse passes or you mean parent?
oh, like if they have kids,
Roommate.
yeah.
Roommate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
like, yeah, if I
All
go
right,
with someone.
start over, because I messed you up, I'm sorry.
Okay,
I was just making sure.
What do
Yeah,
you,
just
what do
start
you
it
do
from
when
the
one
top.
parent passes and then they have to carry on without the other parent?
Yeah, just reword it differently.
Is that the question you're trying to?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, just word it a little, yeah, like what you, like.
Okay, so
So from your point of view, what would you say, is the next step for someone who finds themselves in a situation where their spouse ends up deceased by a car accident or by some natural disaster, and now they're left to parent that child on their own? How do they cope?
Yeah, in your own words.
okay.
And I'm only doing this, I want you all to be in the best version, you know, to be don't be looking crazy, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking out for you, you know what I'm saying? All right, from the top, and what's your name again?
Hey ladies, I'm Michelle or Shelly, whichever one you want to call me. I'm from Florida, and I wanted to know from your point of view, when there's a couple and they have children, and this person that you are with passes, how do you do that? How do you continue with raising your children and your child by yourself?
Yeah, great question.
Yeah.
Great job. That's a good question. Okay, Heather, you can't hear before?
No, no.
Gotcha. All right, go ahead with the name.
So my name is Heather Klaus, and I'm from Bloomington, Illinois. And when you guys were talking about how your significant other is for like when you get married, you know, sickness and health, so that's do us apart. When you were stating that, and your spouse or your significant other does do that, and how can you teach other men to be able to do that also? That's very interesting because there's a lot of men that don't show emotion And I think they need to show more emotions when they're with somebody. I know it's very hard sometimes, but the parents are the reason on why they don't do it. Because they'll tell them, they'll tell the boys, do not cry, do not whine, just keep going. And that's usually hard on men. Because when they are older, then they have trouble with their mental health. Thank you.
Very good. Come over, just a little bit, please. Perfect. Okay, good.
Hey ladies, my name is Simply T. Simply keeping Simply T, and I live here in Bloomington, Illinois. I wanted to know, first off, very great sex. Everything is good. But I was really drawn in when you were talking about emotional intelligence, about boundaries, and just connecting with self. So I would love to hear from you all from your point of view, how you govern yourself, how you have a relationship with yourself, because I believe that healthy relationships start with how you govern yourself, how you communicate with yourself, and that self-awareness. And so I want to know how you draw yourself in and how it relates to others.
Great job.
Simply T from Bloomington? Yes, okay. From Chicago, but okay.
I was in the set up with that early.
All right, so you got
I like that hat.
Thank you.
Yes.
I love the hat. Thank you.
So, go ahead. Start with the first. What do you want people to do?
Okay, so from the question, right?
Start with, but also start with hey, welcome back. You say welcome back. Remember to say this year, 2-year anniversary. 2 years from today, actually 2 years from yesterday, that we started this show. We had our first season. So, don't forget to say this is the 2-year anniversary. And then also now get into shout out to people that's not here also. They're supposed to be here. So shout out to Coco, Lizzie, Costa. Shout out to Renee, and she the man.
I'm gonna say, I don't
No,
know.
y'all just take me.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a meeting.
Yeah, okay, you take me. You take she the man. Shout out to you take Shantae.
How do you say that? She remembers the Renee bananas, but I think you co-hosted.
Yeah, right.
So that's why she should say, it. But she was there. She was there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. No. What, can you take that one?
Okay.
Shantae.
Okay, Shantae, shout out to.
Shantae Renee.
Shout out to Shantae. Shout out to she the man. Shout out to.
Mimi Attack. Legendary Mimi Attack. I got it.
Yep. I go ahead and kick it back off. Y'all good?
We're celebrating the 2nd year anniversary.
That's right, 2-year anniversary.
2-year anniversary.
Yep.
Cover. Here's my cup.
All right. You back when you ready.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to From Her Point of View Talk Show with your girl, Lizzie. Got us again, my girl, Marie.
And of course, Giselle.
We're celebrating our 2nd year anniversary of this awesome, amazing show. It is a blessing. I said, thank you for this platform. And we're going to continue on with giving shout outs to people who couldn't make it, unfortunately. Shout out to the legendary Mimi Acosta and She Bananas.
And also, I want to give a shout out to the actress Shantay Smith and Gina Hills. So we're going to get into, before I get into it, this is the what? 2-year
This,
anniversary.
yeah,
right?
once again, we're gonna on repeat. This is the 2-year anniversary. We gotta say it a second time
Oh, okay.
because it's
Yeah,
certain.
so, and it's our first live taping.
Congratulations.
Kiera from Chicago, she wants to know, how do you deal with kids that are more into the tablets than in personal relationships or being outside, and you can't quite get a hold on them off of it, they're so glued to it. How do you deal with maybe coming up with ways to kind of like undo their fingers from tablets, get them off the devices? What are some things that we can do to spark interest in other things other than the tablets?
I got an answer for that one.
Go.
I got an answer for that one. If you don't mind, from my point of view, what I've noticed, and this is with my nieces, that they love their tablet. This is my daughter she loved her tablet. She stepped on it. It's like the whole world was ending. But what I noticed was that they have an interest. The tablet provided them easy access to that interest in the first place. But if taking them outside of the home to go to something that's in the woods, activity that's connected to that interest, whether it's music, I took her and I put her for the first time to perform with me live on stage. We did our first song. We collaborated. We did something together, mother, parent, and child. And that was a wonderful experience for her. So if we find a way to take what they're interested in the tablet, the subject, it could be a film, it could be maybe a drawing, like was mentioned. If it's art, they have art classes where you have to physically paint. And then you meet other children, you meet other people. So it's just getting them outside, connected to whatever is in that tablet.
I have a 13-year-old. So what I do with him is I give him a lot of the community. We go out, we help him do different things. Also, what we do, we have game nights where we're not doing anything with electronics, we're going to go old school, not different games. So that's what we do. Shout out to him because he's graduated number 4 this day.
Great. What do you think? How would you get them to be tablet?
Basically, I say take it away. Not like all the time, but put it to the side. Have that time of, spending quality time together. Like they say, going now, doing this thing, instead of them being stuck and glued to the tablet. Then just go back and we ain't had tablet. Do the same thing that we was doing back then and just start it all over. Well,
Channel there in it.
Yeah.
To other places.
Okay, so we have another question. Frankie from Detroit. She wants to know, why are we talking about how to be wise, how to be soft, how to be good mothers? She wants why are people using platforms to advocate for being wise if that's what a lot of people are interested in, and how to be more soft doesn't mean weak. So that's not what she means. Being what they say, tapping into your feminine energy, and how to be good mothers. So why are we talking about that?
It's
Starts at home.
So like if they not in a married relationship, then they don't know about marriage. So it's gonna start from that home. So then you got females who maybe got that independence. I don't need a man for this. I don't need a man for that. So if you're trying to get married, what a man can. So you can't sit up and say you don't need a man for this because you do need a man. Now you probably need them for like certain things, but you don't need them overall. This is your man. You have to play your place, like she said earlier. You have to play your place in the role. But at the end of the day, everybody. I'm sorry, everybody. Or a wife or whatever. Everybody needs somebody. Yeah.
Partnership.
Yeah. And I like the walls that we do. Like sometimes when you're not letting that, like she was saying, like you want to be so strong and stuff like that. So put up these walls to make yourself like, oh, I'm independent. I can work out. Like I say it a lot. I say it all the time. I always say I can change my own tires, and my daddy's a my DM's a little stressed. So there's things I can do myself that I don't need a man to do. Or like, he'd be like, oh, you're gonna take out the trash? Yes, if my trash needs to be taken out, I'm gonna take it out. I don't live with any men. So I don't, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to ask my friend to take it out, or they pop over to say hello or something. You know what I'm saying? So it's like certain things, yes, I would rather a man do it, but I know how to do this. So it's also like letting them they
do
want
it,
to do
do
it.
it. And with that, with what you just said, piggybacking off of that, ask yourself, with that, a question after a question, how do you think us females in society even got to that mindset in the first place? Because how many times, think about how many times the woman was doing her job. But she was being forgotten that, wow, she's important. Her value as a mother, providing a home, cleaning and cooking, that's a job. But and so the man goes out, he brings home the bread and bacon, but then he also can go and hook up with the secretary. So then what does wife do at home? Now she's stuck with, she can be pushed out of the home because now she doesn't have a job where it's giving her own money because she was relying on him because she thinks it was his job. She's doing her job in the home, but he's skipping out on her. So women in society were sort of pushed, if you think about it, to, well, now we have, what do I do? Now I have no job. I have no choice but to have that a prenuptial agreement, have my own income, have my own. That's how we got pushed. That's really what it is. Think about everything that you got pushed, everything that you learned. You're like, well, now I have no choice but to learn to do it myself.
Right.
I got no choice.
That's what I was going to say. It's really trauma from back great grandma. It was passed on, and that's what people don't talk about. It's a passed on behavior because women was not respected as human beings. They could not work.
And let's go back to
okay.
not
They
even
couldn't.
being able to vote.
Right.
Let's start there. Let's start. We're gonna go back to the
Process.
the methodology of women. Let's go back. Now let's go back to when the men went to war, and that's when we had to stay, and that's when we really went to work. It's because they were at war and we had to go to work. It ain't that we just went to work. The men were gone. So we had to go out there. And then once the war was over,
So what if they
we
died?
found independence. So we found independence as women saying, oh, I can do stuff.
Right.
I don't have to stay in the kitchen. I can make money. I don't have to be abused. I don't have to take this. I don't have to take that. So we were pushed from the war out into the workforce. And that's what showed us, okay, we can work. We're not just women. And so that's when we started to gain power. We started to gain power. We started
Tap into the power
asking
that
for
was
power.
already
We
there.
started acting, it was already there. It was already there. And then we came with, and then the breakdown of the family when the welfare came involved. You know, it's a lot of things in society that has broke down everybody in this room. And we have to take accountability on how it has affected us personally. You know what I'm saying? Because as far as the welfare, it said get the man out. Well, you can't get this check. We're gonna give you an extra $20, but the man can't be here. So since he can't be here now, you gotta go. Now we're here alone. Now we're sticking them in. It's so many things that has broken down the home. It's not just one thing. It's a lot of things that we gotta all keep on talking about to get over these things. Because our parents were good parents. They just did what they knew how to do.
Yeah.
So within it, that being said, so because they pushed us down, educated, when we're single, we don't have children, and we want, like I have a lot of husbands, they nurses and stuff, but they in their late 20s and stuff, they want kids, they want to get married. So with them, you got to teach balance. It's not all about, you still got to learn to teach them how to be feminine, how to serve, I believe.
Yes.
Serve a man and get a man to know how y'all serve each other. You still got to teach a woman how to be a woman outside. They still should know how to cook and clean up. Like they don't even know how to cook. I'm proud of them that they go to school, but every time we have family dinner, they bring them paper plates and napkins. You know, not dishes. So 'cause they don't know to, and then especially, I'm just saying, when we get stuff, our attitudes are horrible. We have a stink attitude. We don't know how to talk to nobody, especially guys.
our head is like this and like that, and other women can come in. I'm just telling you, they taught how to still be feminine, how to serve their man. And you want to know why they going over to the left. Our attitudes, we need to check our attitudes. Like, if you want a man, don't man want a woman that got a nasty attitude. I don't want care what your bank account looks like, you're gonna end up being single. Or you end up with that.
If you stood, I don't care. Everybody wants a man. Period. I don't care. I don't care how long you've been doing. Everybody wants the comfort of a man. Now you probably went over there for some reason, whatever. But it's in our DNA to want that type of companionship. That's kind of good. Like a man. You with a man, you with a woman who dressing like a man. So that means you're using a dildo.
Right. You still want
you still want a man, the thing that a man can give
or
you.
to embody that.
You want to embody that. So I don't care what nobody says. People want to be with the opposite sex. Maybe you got switched somewhere around. But you can't get the same thing from a man as you get from a woman. Of course, a woman is going to be able to get you because she's a woman. She knows the spot. She knows this. She knows to bring you flowers and candy. She knows that because she's a woman. She's a woman, so she knows how to pull you in like that when you're vulnerable. When you're vulnerable.
Right. And that's
when you're vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? And a man is the same as a man. Another man with a man, where does that get you? I'm saying, where does that get anybody in DNA? Where does that get us in society? What about your bloodline? That's what's tripping me out. What about you want to end your family? Do you want to end your family? You are ending your family. You don't want a son to carry on your lineage. You don't want a daughter. You don't want grandchildren. Who are going to take care of you when you're old? We're having fun today, but it ain't gonna be fun when you're 60 and you ain't got no kids, you ain't got nobody. It ain't gonna be fun then.
Especially Mary Jane, where she worked so hard for her career, and then when she got there, now she's going through all these different men. She don't know what to do. She can't find herself, and she kept getting hurt.
Some people don't want children, and that's the right to have it, but it's always it's something to be mindful of, and or to have some type of companionship. And companionship doesn't only have to be like a relationship; it can be a friendship. It can be
that's a
village, like family that are there.
We're doing this
we need each other.
Right. We're doing this at a rate of high. We're just falling right into what they want us to do because we have to. We are here to focus. That's our job. Our job is to have babies. Their job is to have a secret. That's the law of nature. We cannot live in a society without that.
Women are now impregnating themselves.
Yeah, so they do have the what they call the sperm banks.
Yeah.
So those are options.
That kills your lineage. No kids. Who kids are
really
ready? Because just like we said earlier, when you have a baby by somebody, you need to look into this family. Are they crazy? Are they got Down syndrome? I'm not nothing against nothing, but those are the things you have to look at because just like she said, even though the father's not around, he acts like the father. Oh my God, he acts like the father. So that's what you have to make. You gotta choose the right mate, and that's why you got a lot of crazy kids running around here because you have a baby by any of them.
But with that process, they choose the outcome. They choose if he's healthy. They choose if they want him white. I mean, it's a lot of they pay so much money. They get
the more the fancier the baby, the more the money.
Right. It's weird, but that's like picking out a phone.
It is. So, but what are you really getting though? Right. What are you really getting?
And to that question, so to me, bring back etiquette.
Yes.
Teach the girls how to fix their hair to the shape they take. That's what they did, even in church. They had etiquette classes for us. I was wearing heels when I was 12. They taught us how to be a wife. They didn't teach me how to date. But I'm saying, bring back to that, I feel like you have to have, bring back the training. And it's not women, enough women out here, old women my age, I'm 48. Even women my age, they acting the fool. It's not a lot of examples, and that's the sad thing. I had excellent examples as a teenager. That's why I could go through school. I was a virgin. And I'll be like, I'll walk with my head up because I seen virgins in my church. They were driving well, they were educated, they were clean women. So when I went to school, I was like, no, you ain't gonna get under this dress. They were like, I'm gonna get under. I said, no, you're not getting up. Mad as he wanted me. You ain't getting under this dress. I was proud. And you don't see that. Even in church no more, they don't teach that stuff like that. You got to bring back that old teaching. We took away the good stuff to bring in the Cardi B stuff. You know, these girls are beautiful. I say this, they have rainbow parties. You know what a rainbow party is? Little 12-year-olds putting on different lipsticks and going down the roof. Oh. And you know who did it with the color of the lipstick. These are grammar school kids. You know what I mean? It's too much. You can't sell gum without.
We used to talk about breaking a bracelet. That's what they were telling you to us, not doing it for real.
Or a little note. You be my boyfriend.
Right.
Okay. It's no more. But you didn't have a choice. Cartoons.
Exactly.
Gum. You know, we gotta learn how to.
And every show they have.
You have to stay in tune with your children. You gotta constantly talking to your children. I mean, you gotta talk about stuff that you would never think you needed to talk about. But you better tell them.
So somebody else.
You better
And then
tell
when
them.
they get to like high school and health class and stuff like that, they're not knowing anything really, and they're still not teaching them the right thing. It's like they just teach them, oh, it's this, it's that, but you're not exactly about sex, but you're not really teaching them what they really need to know about like being passionate and what really happens, rousing the body and making it actually stimulating to a woman and things like that. They just rush into that.
Tablet.
Yeah.
You know, you do have to find boundaries. You have to set boundaries. All right, you're going to be on the tablet 5 to 9 o'clock. You know, because they had a boy the other day who killed the whole family because of his iPhone. These kids are so, but not just kids, grown-ups as well, are so addicted to technology. This young man, he was only 16 at the time. Now he's 20 years old. He just got sentenced to 60 years in prison because he misplaced his iPhone. So when he tracked it to the wrong house. Him and his friends who were 14 and like 15 burnt a house down, killed the whole family of 5, and had the wrong house. They had the wrong house for an iPhone. This is how addictive that these phones and games are, and that's why as a parent, you have to put your foot down, even though you will have kids having attention time, they will go crazy about it's like a crack. It's like crack to them. And you have to break them down. I know your son's probably really addicted to it now. So now you gotta ease them off the phone.
He get
You
emotional
just
when he
can't take
lose, when he don't win, he get emotional. I'm
Right, you
like,
just
what's
can't
wrong
take
with you?
Tell them life's hard. And
Right.
they get it worse, right?
Yeah, you gotta
Now
ease
they
like
get
they
so
ease them off drugs.
set
You
on it.
gotta ease them.
I do Mondays, no tablet. So we do other things.
Right, you gotta take
Or
them
like
off.
how you say game night, right? Like, or like
You do.
how they say like no phones at the dinner table.
Yeah.
But they be
Go
you
get
do it
some
certain
cards,
times when you guys are doing
Monopoly,
something else.
some drugs.
Yeah.
Even when we go out, he like, don't leave the phone in the car. He wanna take the phone with him when we out.
And you can't be on the phone all day.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's
That's
true.
true.
I go out to restaurants.
Like she
Put
said,
your phone down too.
you gotta lead by
Put your
example.
phone
Yeah.
down too.
And that's hard, you know, for us, but like, it's because everything is on there now. Like,
Right.
but like,
Banking,
with
your
now,
bank, you
yeah.
can do this, you can do that.
Like you can explain to him like there's certain times like mom's at work or mom, this is something important. Not every time like you're just sitting somewhere and you're playing a game. Or
Right.
like I see that so much. It's like talk to your kid and play with them. They're sitting here bored too. Now they're in your face like, Mom, can I have your phone? Mom, can I have your phone? And then that's why a lot of times too, kids get phones
And when they
because
do that,
parents get irritated that their kid wants their phone all the time. And
Can't
so now you're teaching them that same thing because now they're gonna always have their phone like mom or dad always have their phone.
but they don't realize we also do other things on our phone too. But all they do on their phone is play 24/7. So that's all
And it
they
messes
see.
up
That's
their
all they
eyes.
do.
Yeah.
They use eyes. They used to tell us don't sit close to the TV. Now we hold it in our face.
And then I'm is we don't understand how our children are doing.
Yeah.
You know, we grown most of the time, but you know our brains don't develop until we're 25 and 2.
Yeah.
That's scientifically proven. So your kids are absorbing what they look at. You wonder why they got attitude problems. You wonder. I remember my son was looking at Jimmy Neutron. That was my jam. But when I heard a song that he was singing, defying the parents, and he was being, tantrum, we don't pay attention to that.
Every single
Those
show,
things
right.
are influencing your kids. I believe in spirit.
Yeah.
Those things are
That is
entering
so
into your children. You wonder why are they behaving
Yeah.
this way. I had
The
one TV
music.
in my house.
And
What
the
he
living room.
watched, I watched. If it was cartoons all day, I watched it, because I wanted to know what he's watching. What is he absorbing? We absorbed it together. So when I heard that, no more Jimmy Neutron. Sometimes you got to get veggie tales. You got to.
Oh my God, talking about that outside.
You got to take them away from these weird commercials. They don't even. They look at these weird shows. These grown men playing video games. Look at it. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's not even. They acting
And
like
you
it's
have
talking
this
weird.
time to just sit here and talk about kids all day, but
They're
probably
weird.
not even parent yourself.
No, they're
and
not.
you're just sitting here playing video games.
Oh, but they're making money. It's people making a lot of money.
Not even with that. Not video
Not that,
games,
but like-
but they got people that just sit and doing little, just making weird.
They do just
Come
and
on,
like
TikTok.
short, the little
Yeah.
YouTube short
And then
videos.
you got AI. You got AI talking to your kids. You got a robot now talking to your child who has no feelings, no emotion, just telling the kid what they want to hear from whatever they typing in there. Now you programming me to what to say to you, because my friend, his son was really getting in a relationship with an AI person. I said, you better cut that right now. Cut that right. This is not even a real being.
It's not natural.
Or this is not natural.
It's
not natural.
Asking them
So-
questions that'll get into your life. It can ask them anything, and now and it's all over. Now it's just on the internet, so everybody has access to it. And these kids, they might know more. They probably know a lot more. A lot of them know a lot more than they think.
They don't
know it,
understand what
but they don't understand what they're telling. Exactly. So they're telling stuff.
That's why
and
you got
they're
girls
it's dangerous.
going to still meet, or guys, young people still want to meet people off the internet because they don't know the real dangers.
And now they're pushing that
They
through.
can't comprehend. They can't comprehend. Just like she said, the brain is not developed until 25. So a child doesn't. When a child kills someone at 12, they don't really understand that they killed that person. They not coming back. But they don't understand that. They don't understand that. So you just gotta really govern your children today more so than any other day.
Now, let's clap on that. Heather from Lincoln, Illinois, and so she says, how do you teach men to honor their vows and show and express their emotions in relationships with themselves?
One thing they got to want to do. That's the thing. I don't care what you do. Look, this house. You can cook and you can clean. If they want to do that, they will. Sometimes we think these things, but a lot of men do not have examples, so they got to want to be a better man. They got to want to learn. So sometimes you got to go to mentorship, go to mentor school. But this is something that they got to do on their own. It's something you can do. You could talk to them about it, because sometimes if you're in a relationship where you all have, they could be a good person, and you could address your concerns with them. And they can, let's go for a mentorship program. That's if you need help, or they might be just with Trump, they should be able to trust you with whatever information they have. That's the problem with women. Sometimes they can't trust you with their secret or with their experiences. We got to gain their trust.
We can get abused too.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of
It's harder for them because it goes back to the emotions. They don't know how to show that, so it's harder. They put up walls and block out, and
And that's probably the only way they know. So like you said, if you address it, maybe then they can compromise and with other, right, and with other people around, sometimes it helps to know, like, to get things out and know that you're not like this part. It's like more of a conversation, or like even a debate. Like I feel like a lot of people think that debating is a problem, and it's not. It's a way to really get things out, and you don't have to. It's like 3 plus 3 or 3 plus 6 is 9, and 4 plus 5 is 9. It's just showing that I can do it this way, and you can do it this way, but we can come together and figure out a common ground. We can get there somehow if we talk about it.
Like she said, like going to church, getting under the pastor, getting under somebody. Like she said, it is about favor like that. It is about within themselves. Do I really want to treat this woman better? Do I want to treat my kids better? What can I get? What can I do to make myself better? So it is about self. It's about self. If you want to be better and you want to hold your accountability, you have to hold your accountability. Because if you're constantly the same cycle, keep doing the same thing, that means you're crazy. Keep doing the same old things, get the same outcomes. That means you're crazy. You're not trying to help yourself. So run.
And I would like to say with
the divorce.
Yeah. I would like to say, like, with expressing their emotions, a lot of men and boys at a talk to, don't cry. You have to allow your children in raising stage to express those emotions, to be able to put a name to it, like, and then give them tools to be able to, like, so when they're angry, except for things brave, how can we calm down? And sometimes counting is not the only solution.
Right.
There's other ways that work, individually for people. And then, so as they grow into adults, so they don't know how to manage their emotions as a child, and we're suppressing it by, don't do that. You're not a baby. You're not a little girl. Telling boys that they're growing up like that. And so when they get into relationships, they don't even know how to be emotionally available or understanding of their partner's emotions or caring enough. So, so I think that it starts young, and I think mentorship is needed. And I think a lot of men, for boys need to be speaking on that as well. To see someone. So we have one more question. Cynthia from Chicago, but she wants Bloomington, Illinois. She wants to know, how do you govern yourself and your emotional intelligence and have a relationship with yourself? Because that's the key. She says, having a relationship with yourself, having how to govern yourself, your emotional intelligence, and then being able to be with others, be among others. It starts with yourself. So how do you do that?
Wait, say that again.
So how do you govern yourself? Like, so that's how you hold yourself accountable. Work on your emotional intelligence, being able to communicate with others, being able to express yourself so that you can be able to express with others, and have a relationship with self, because being able to be self first is key to being able to be with others. So what do you think are some ways that a person can work on their emotional intelligence, their relationship with self, so they can be a better citizen?
So at the end of the day, you gotta have self-care. You have to work for yourself first before you step up and try to be a professional. So if you have all this trauma you've been going through with the relationship, you be like, oh, why I'm always ending up with the same person? Because you didn't give yourself time to heal. So you gotta heal as a person before you can just sit up here and be in a relationship with a person. Because that toxic, that spirit, that everything that you have from your previous relationship, you're gonna get it from that next relationship. So you gotta give yourself time to really get into heal.
What is healing?
So when I mean healing, like meditation, just talk to yourself, and if you gotta write it down, like what do I need to do to change as a person? Like how come I can't keep a man? Like what do I need to change to make my next relationship better? You just have to talk to yourself. You have to meditate. You have to just think about it. You don't have to. You're gonna be safe. Put it like that. You gonna get a whole bunch of bad. Yeah, you gonna have that same spirit, that same toxic relationship.
It's gonna
So
follow
yeah,
you.
it gonna follow you, and then you gonna keep on, man. They gonna keep on.
And
That's
a
wrong.
lot of
And
women
it's
gotta be,
emotion too.
they gotta be honest. There's a lot of women that they say, you know, why can't I can't, why am I having a hard time working on myself and keeping this relationship? Because you're really not being honest with yourself. You're not taking accountability. What part did you play? When that relationship went sour, what part did you play? Be honest with yourself. What did you say? What did you do? How did you say it? How did you do it? Because if the man didn't do anything at all, and you're complaining, you're really complaining. But now if the man's doing something a little bit funny, he's like, but you're in a marriage. Let's put this in a little situation. You're in a marriage. The man, he gives you a child. No longer will he touch you because you put on some weight. He asks you, why don't you come with me to the gym? Put on some weight. It's not healthy for you. It's affecting your health. You're borderline diabetic. Let's go to the gym. But now you're saying, well, I have a hard time with the gym equipment and coming up with all these excuses in the book and not even trying to find a way to do what he's suggesting, but he's trying. So now, again, you gotta, it all comes down to being self-aware, being honest, don't BS around. Don't say it's all the other person's fault, because we all know that we have to take accountability. We all know it's not true.
Even though it was maybe his fault.
You know what I'm saying? But I had to look at myself and say, you did do some stuff. You did do some stuff. You did some stuff. So take accountability. You know what I'm saying? He didn't end this thing on his own. You know, it takes two to tango. It takes two to tango. So you do have to look at yourself. And like I love what she said, you gotta talk to yourself. People talk about, no, don't talk to yourself as you're crazy. No, who else you gonna talk to? Just ask yourself. Sometimes you gonna ask yourself, girl, what the hell is you doing? But Jazzy, I don't know why I did that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta ask yourself too, and you're not crazy. Because that's the stigma.
It's like affirmation.
Yeah. That's why I love journaling. Like you said, right? I love journaling.
You
I
know,
used to do sticky notes a lot, and then I would keep them for a while until I felt like if it was to be something like that I was going through at that time, I would keep it and have it on my wall or like on my mirror, by my vanity, because I would see it all the time. So then I would keep it there, and I don't know, it would feel like when I would take it away, it would just feel like this relief. Because I got through it, I got over it. That's crazy. I just thought about it.
That's a great way.
Yeah, definitely it helps. Because meditation don't work for everybody. Yes, and I can't. I'm one of the people. I talk too much. I cannot sit there and be quiet and be by myself, because we're going to be having 18 conversations. I'm going to be with people in the forest somewhere. They ain't there. Where I'm going to be stopped and I'll be lost somewhere. Like, oh, guys. But yeah, so me and meditation makes the best. But definitely helps.
make goals like this next time, or I'm living out, my emotions off the chain. I don't know how to handle a regular conversation. I gotta control my jealousy. I gotta control my obsession. I gotta control this.
And take a break, get some me time.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's me time? What's me time?
Put you in a place, a good place.
That's a great time.
You might need to take a hotel to yourself, just to get away, go shopping. But whatever it is that makes you feel good, and you step away and get away from everything.
It's like it's different for everyone. So sometimes that, like the meditating or having a walk in the park, sometimes certain things can trigger certain feelings. So sometimes and also too, stepping out of your comfort zone is a big one, because sometimes like just being stuck there right now, you're in that place, and that's all you know. So sometimes stepping out is nerve wracking and things like that, but that might be good for you at that moment. And you're not losing. You're not losing nothing. There's something else to gain.
I want to say create happiness. You have to be.
Right.
If you be thankful for your house, or even your car broke, you're thankful for the broke car. You're thankful that that creates positivity in your
Right,
soul
right,
with
right,
your
right.
mate. So if you're thankful for having things, you're not always on them about what you don't have. If you're thankful for having these shoes, these pants, these earrings, you're not on him like, I ain't got this and I ain't got that, and why you ain't working harder, and da da da, because you're already thankful.
Right.
Like, all right, today I'm in this moment. I have learned to live in the moment. This is the moment that we are all at, and it's all that.
And you
That
see the
negative
glass
one.
half full now.
All
right.
We gotta play. Like,
Yeah, like show me a way, let me help me with this task so I can be able to find my future. Like it show me the right things to do and maybe the things that need you.
Right,
You know, you just gotta pray and work on it and believe in it. Yeah.
That's
something,
like you
yeah.
said, believe it. Work
And
on
you
it.
have to, you know what?
do it.
You have to prepare yourself.
Yeah.
You just don't turn into a good wife. You have to live like you're a good wife before you're a wife.
And I was definitely some accountability. And sometimes we think we like, well, I'm a good person. I do this and I did so much and why they do that and why they, but sometimes it doesn't matter what you do. You know, sometimes we do too much. Like I learned me at 47. I was like, sister, you still do too much, too fast, too slow. And I ain't talking just giving my body. I ain't never really did that, but I get in a relationship, I fall in love. I'm like 1,000 down percent. I mean, it's my last, I'm 1,000% down on the first day. You can believe in everything. And I'm gonna tell you what was my head because I was raised in church. They told me how to be a wife, but they didn't teach me how to date. Because they said don't date. So, you know, I didn't date until I was an adult. And so I really didn't know. So I'm really learning as I go. But to me, you first to be good to yourself first. That's what she was saying. You gotta get rid of your trauma. You gotta heal from your trauma. You got to learn to appreciate yourself. But sometimes we want people to appreciate more than we appreciate ourselves. I'm telling you, you gotta change your mindset. You gotta change. It's so many appreciating this, and you showing people how to appreciate that. They'll in turn show the same respect to you,
Right.
as you
That's
show
all
to
they
yourself. You teach the person how to treat you. If you don't treat yourself as you,
Why, as ladies, we feel like we want to put on the makeup, we want to dress up, we have to. That's our self. It's our self love.
Right.
put that weave on.
That goes back to what I was saying.
Put that gold dress.
Right. They used to always like make it seem my ex, like they used to always make it seem like I don't mind. I know I'm inside.
Yes.
And my personality, on my my worst days, like when I don't do my hair all perfect or I don't got on no makeup or anything, my personality shines through a lot. And I've seen that even more, even on my bad days, when I do mental health and accepting it, because I didn't accept it. So, but now that I accept it and everything, now I feel myself like noticing triggers or certain things like how they were saying earlier, like getting up and just putting on those clothes. That makes all the difference. So it makes it worth it.
How do you deal with that? Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
I mean, because there's a lot of people that deal with that treat themselves that way for their mental health.
Yes.
And they haven't addressed those issues. How have you overcome and still overcome that issue? Learn self-love, how to treat yourself, not to go with your emotions.
Right. That I was just gonna say, that's probably the hardest part. Learning how to conquer my brain. Because there's days when I will just wake up, right? You know, I joke about it, but I always say, I'm gonna go to sleep and try to stay over. But I wake up on the right side of the bed this time because some mornings I'll be sitting there watching TV or something and I just start bawling about it. And I'll just start thinking about all the stuff that I did wrong, everything that's happened to me and how am I so nice with such a big heart, but so many people do this and they stumped on me or, you know, why am I not married yet? My ex-boyfriend.
You say I rebuke you in the devil. That's the devil in your mind. creating confusion in your mind. You stop the thoughts. You say, next subject, I'm gonna think about my kids.
But that's the
You have
thing,
to control
with
your
mental
brain.
illness though, it's hard
It's
because
hard.
I can sit and think that thought, there's so many things everywhere, but in the back of my head, it's still gonna be a problem.
Yeah, it's like a metal, it's like more of a medical, because I have major depressive disorder. And what I noticed, and as a witness, you, for anybody who suffers from that ailment, the best thing, and I promise you, I know this is like not a cliche, but it is gonna sound cliche. What you said earlier.
Yeah, that's right.
I literally had to stop. I was taking so many medications. I had a whole pharmacy in my kitchen. In my kitchen, I had a pharmacy. I had a whole I'm like, wait, what? And then the thing is, they were treating the symptoms, but they were not curing the ailment. So that's right. So I literally had to pray, and I swear to goodness, it never fails me every time. I haven't had a bad episode since I just submitted myself, and I say, you know what? And again, I know it's gonna sound cliche, but it's my belief that if you want to believe in something good, that's where it starts.
Yeah, let go.
And I say praying in my opinion, and in my belief, it's not the universe. Like people are replacing the universe with God.
Right.
And so yes, the universe is he created. So let's not forget the creator.
Right.
Okay. So pray for it. If you're gonna pray for it,
Amen.
The hardest time of my life, I was going through about stuff, and somebody said, just talk to me. And I've been ready. I just said, I would get up and say, God, I'm not doing that. You know, strengthen me. I did a lot of fasting, praying, and week. And before I know it, oh my God, that was the best supernatural time in my life of growth spiritually and the wisdom that he gave. I just would get up and just talk to him, brother, because we'll look at somebody else and they be sitting down, they might know the word back. I just had a regular conversation every day. You came through.
The moment that you put so down the automatically get me. Why? It's like that instant high that you were trying to look for in that medication, and it didn't work. It worked. You know what that medication did? Put my butt in bed, and it made me tired. I'm emotionless. But I said, I'm looking
Rather feel all the worst emotions in the world and be able to feel the best feeling than not feel
it makes you
nothing else.
not function.
I'm gonna give out a trick my aunt gave me as a child. Because I asked her, is Jesus real? How do I know that Jesus was God is real? I know he's great church every day in church. But I said, how we know? And she said, okay, I want you to go read the Bible. Now, the thought that's in your mind. And when you open that Bible, we don't answer that question. I dare anybody out there to do this. A question that you got in your mind, just open up the Bible. And that when your finger, wherever your finger goes, that's what you do. I've been doing it all my life. And it's all.
Those are powerful questions, ladies.
Yeah.
We had a great night.
Right.
And shout out to our brand ambassadors. We have some wonderful brand ambassadors out there. The legendary Casa. We have Lizzie Smith. Shout out to Lizzie Smith. And hopefully I'm not forgetting anybody. If I am, somebody help me.
right. And of course, this show is brought to you by I Said It. This is from her point of view talk show. Our first time taking had such a wonderful time. I just want everyone to tell the audience who you are again. We're gonna start here.
Hey, it's your girl Vita. You can follow me on Facebook at Vita Ivy, and also on Instagram at Brown Sugar 1965 baby because I'm just that sweet. And you all can catch me every Friday on sexualradio.com. It's the iHeart station at 8 p.m. please. name, AB Successful. Catch me on Facebook, AB Williams. And also, you can catch me on Instagram, AB_pretty_. Yeah, you know what?
Her pickles are delicious, by the way.
Well, I am here. You can check me out on Tubi. I'm on the show on Tubi and Amazon Prime and Netflix. Poet, Money Squad is my man. You catch all around the world. Comcast, iHeart, Roku, Fire Stick, every major platform in the world. Tubi, I got
What's up, guys? My name is Belle, singer-songwriter, musician from Chicago, and host of and I would love for you all to follow me at Jizzy Worldwide. That's GIZY.
And I'm gonna leave a little prize if that's okay with you.
Oh, okay.
Good. All right. So with the lovely Belle and I, as well as the awesome Crystal, we are doing a collaboration song. And so shout out to Crystal and following up. This is girl Lizzie, the guys who want to look me up on our social media platforms. Type in Lizzie, the goddess, and also I'm the director. So you can look me up on IMDb. Leonessa LeonEssessa. Okay, and then I believe I got it on. I'm also a mermaid performer, so please check out my mermaid stuff. Mermaid League with my persona. Okay, this is what they call it. Persona. So I look forward for you to look at some of my stuff. My merch is also Gemsies. You go check out my Gemsies merch, my shoe line. And also you can check out my other platform with this Flawless Dreams radio show with your girl. Hey! Thank you all so much. This is Deja Marie. Thank you again for all of your support and everything. I am the season 1 co-host of From Her Point of View. And I'm so happy to be here with all of you ladies. And this is our first live taping, so it's like I'm so honored to be here. It's such a blessing to be sitting next to all of you and listening to our tour. So it's definitely great to be here. I have a short film called Jean on YouTube. You can follow my YouTube channel, Deaja McGee. So that's DEAJA McGee, MCGEE. And then you can find me on all social media as Deaja Marie. So DEAJA MARIE. And I also do theater and model, pageant queen,
And violin.
Oh, yeah. We're not music back out, so yes, I use violin in school, so we're gonna together. And I'm gonna say I did this last time. Last time I did something like this, that's what brought Giselle and myself together. I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna claim it now. We're all gonna collaborate on something. Yeah. We just gotta get together, make a group chat, and figure it out, ladies. I'm there. And also, thank you so much. Those questions were amazing.
Yes, thank the audience.
Oh, please follow us on Instagram and our Facebook page. We are From Her Point of View and From Her Point of View talk show. And if you would love to be a guest, please email us at herpointofview@8.
All right.
I want to shout out to Michael. I said it for having me on.
Yeah.
We're from everywhere.
Everybody from.
Right.
I'm from Bloomington, Illinois, right here.
All right.
Florida and raised.
Florida. Chicago.
Detroit, Gary, Indiana, Chicago. I'm from Chicago, but I reside in Houston. West side, west
That is amazing. Thank you all to our vendors as well.
Liquor pickle.
And Miss Heather here. Shout out to our audience. Thank you everybody for coming. I cannot wait to I already tried the pickle.
I got
Episode, which one?
Okay.
Yeah.
I would have
Even
said
one of our members.
I'm next.
Get back to being started.
So that's
No, my friend has.
So we do have another question. We have another question from Michelle, who is from Florida. She wants to know about how do you deal with losing a partner, and say that maybe parenting together, or even if not, but and you have to go on raising your children without the partner. How do you deal with the death, loss, and a partner, and be able to raise your family or go on? How do you cope?
I think you should get in groups. I think you should go to counseling and just find a medium on what it is that you can do to overcome.
And don't put a lot of pressure on yourself. And, you know, it's a big transition going from a spouse or a mate dying, and it's a lot of weight on you because now you don't have that mate, so you got to do all this other stuff. So don't put a lot of pressure on yourself that you can't do everything right, that you don't have all the answers because the other mates gone. Just don't put all that pressure, because my cousin, she lost a mate, and you know they were doing everything together, and there was all this pressure on her to, you know, to fulfill his shoes. but don't do that. Do what you can do. Go to your community, get your village, bring them in, cry it out. Whenever you gotta cry it out. Let it out. Let it out. Anytime you're at the grocery store, wherever you at, and the feeling hit, let it out. But just don't be so hard on yourself.
I would say too, yeah, don't push your children away too at that point. Like a lot of parents, they feel like, or not even pushing them away, but just trying to be so strong. Sometimes, yeah, they take away the fact that they need that feeling. So, of course you don't want to just wallow and be sad all the time, but sometimes find ways to be able to let them express their feelings. Right. And so it's like sometimes when they see you not crying, they think, oh, well, if I cry, then mom's gonna get sad. So let's not cry today. Or let's put on a brave face. But sometimes it does help to be able to get that out and get it out and then be able to talk about how to move on. Or like you said, like different groups and stuff. Sometimes like they think that they're helping their children by blocking that for them. And it's not always the best thing to do because now you're not on the same page with them. And they think just pick your kid's brain. Yeah.
And get your village going.
Right.
Create that.
Let's rub. Let's
highlight that.
Right. That's a good one.
That is hard. That is hard for anybody. It's hard.
And
It's
be patient with your kids.
Yes.
So sometimes they'll start acting out and still love on them, talk to them, teach them how to deal with those emotions properly, and you make sure you breathe correctly. Like everyone's saying, go to counseling. Make sure you have your spiritual base. Because spiritual healing is number one because you're broken. And sometimes parents they act out too. They're confused. They're hurt. And it's be like she said, be patient with yourself as well because they got to go through deal with the loss of their spouse. Now they got the kids. They got to help them go with that. That's a lot.
And take a break. Take a break. It's okay to sometimes you don't want people on the outside looking in to see like, oh well, now I need a babysitter more nights a week, whatever. It's okay to take a break.
It's okay to ask for help.
Yes.
If you need help, ask for help. Don't have that pride.
Yes.
Pride is sin. So don't have that pride when you don't ask for help. Ask whoever you need to ask for help. Closed mouth don't get fed.
And some people are particular with who watches their kids. So
you should.
if one of the which you should be, and if one of the partners passes away, and then sometimes an aunt or uncle has to step in and fill that spot and help take care of those children now. And they'll say, this was their dream. I didn't even see myself having kids, but now I have to pick up that slack and help this person that's now a single parent with those children. I gotta help that person because I'm the aunt or the uncle. So it's tough. It's not like it's easy. There's really no answer that's gonna be like that's like the $1 million answer.
Right.
What it is a process.
Yes.
And like you said, transition. Every process of life, every step we take tomorrow is a next transition.
Right.
New day, new diaper, new day, new mouth, new day, new policy.
Keep going.
You got one bad day, that's okay. If you got a bad day, it's okay. My mother passed away. I would be driving in the car. It changed my life. I never been the same. When I tell you so sanctified, I ain't something when I say because these new church people, I don't know. But I was old school sanctified. And you couldn't have told me that I would have left God, but when my mother died, I was painful. I woke up every day feeling like I was walking in the twilight zone. My mind was racing. I'm telling you, so many thoughts was going. I felt like I was almost, if a person felt like they was losing their mind, and you couldn't have told me I would walk away from him because I've had some supernatural experiences. That's why people can't tell me nothing about there ain't no God. My husband had this. That's for another show. Don't let nobody rush you. And stop going to people and saying stupid stuff to them when a person dies. Just say, I'm praying for you. If you need some people, I all that matters to me. I don't care if you had your mother one, so she died when you was born. I didn't care about that. That's not making me feel comfortable. You know, sometimes I don't want to hear anything. Just don't say nothing.
Right.
To me.
Sometimes just
So read the person, but always pray for them. If you're a Christian, always pray for taking one day at a time. That's all you can do.
That's it. We good. We did.
It's a wrap.
Thank you for being here. This was a blessing and it was worth the journey.
Yeah.
You can't fight it enough. And you feel me? I said, my leg. I'm so glad. Got a new friend.
Right.
Yeah.